home.
As you can tell, he's hardly working.
He looks like he's earning his paycheck right now.
That's what I
Oh
do.
yeah, my day hasn't officially started though.
Well,
So
to be
Oh,
fair, it looks like somebody's earning their paycheck. You look like you're just
the
paying
couch is earning
somebody.
his paycheck.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm back to my pillow.
I got one of those yesterday. I have this old rocking chair from when I was a kid that my best friend Lee refurbished and brought me back yesterday on my birthday. And he had a couple of pillows made up, that you tie off to the rocking chair to like back cushion.
Oh yeah, I know what your pillows are talking about. That Cracker Barrel pillows.
Dude, that's funny you say that because we had dinner at Golden Corral. I do that for my birthday every year because it's so easy. I like Golden Corral, but it's just so easy to walk in and just, with kids and everything, you're just eating. And he brings the rocking chair into Golden Corral at the end. I'm like, yo, you're turning this place into a Cracker Barrel. I like it.
Yeah, they don't got the biscuit stuff.
Cracker Barrel's fun. There's not a lot of
Yeah.
options for me to eat there. It's like
Yeah, I would guess not.
potatoes and salad. That's it.
It's
That's
true.
pretty much all they're rocking
I,
with.
I don't, and they're not really known for having much in the way of salad. You get there, I guess you get those carrots that sit in water for way too long.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
I
maybe
do
some
like how
fried
they slice
apples.
their tomatoes, though. That's a weird thing to say, but like their tomatoes are like the wedge shape. They're like I don't know how to describe it. It's like they cut their tomatoes into like eight, like almost shaped like lemon squeezes. I like when
Interesting.
tomatoes are cut like that.
Hmm.
Good morning to Evils Comics, and thank you. Good morning to Sir Timothy Nerdy. Thank you very much. Freaky Louis says, "Come on, Gold Turok baby." What he's referring to is this package. I bought myself a birthday present. I posted
Ooh,
it on IG
you
saying
even got a nice little ribbon and bow on it. I like it.
I'll open it live today. And I said, give it a guess, see if you know what it is. Freaky Louie went with the gold foil Turok, which I acquired one of those during Turok week this year. He thinks I might have myself a second copy of that.
Hmm.
What is going on? Cliff on Comics says happy birthday and best wishes. I appreciate that. Miss So, hello. Hello, Miss So. Thank you very much. Thank you,
With
Bobby.
cake. You had a cake too.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for the cake, Miss So.
Hmm.
We have Bobby Cantillano. Happy birthday. Appreciate that, Bobby. JLS Comics. Thank you very much. Happy Mexican birthday, Daddy. Thank you so much. Hashtag Dirty Boys. Hey, Beckerman. Thank you. Good morning, Dale. We are Legion, Dale. Starting the show off. I'm super tired. I stayed up late. I'm running in slow motion till this coffee and stuff kicks in. I stayed up late getting next week's videos done. About to be a busy holiday weekend here, but they're done. Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, all in the tank. All that's left until the next time I do that is live streams. I don't feel like trash. I just have a sore back. Allergies haven't settled now that I'm vertical. I'm a little foggy in the eyes.
Mm.
Yeah, I've been running into issues now that like when I go to upload videos, it really slows down the everybody else in the house, slows down the Wi-Fi, everybody else's Wi-Fi because of the way I have my router set up that my computer takes precedence over everything else. So when I'm uploading, that takes up a lot of the bandwidth and basically slows down the Wi-Fi to all the other devices in the house to very minimal. And so if they're trying to stream something or if they're trying to play online games, it becomes impossible to use. I have no problems because I'm not on the
Of
Wi-Fi
course you
and on
don't.
one computer, but that's
You should
that's
wait till they're like deep in the campaign and then just go upload.
Well,
I know,
so
right?
so I'm usually pretty nice about this. Like I'm usually only over the last year. It's been nice. It's mostly just my wife and I here. So it's like, okay, I'll do my uploads. Usually like as I'm getting ready to go to bed or something, I'll upload them overnight or something like that. Well, now with my youngest still home for another month, they're a damn vampire. So like literally, like I'm getting up in the morning sometimes and I'm passing them as they're going to bed. It's like swing the graveyard shift passing the morning shift as they come in the
High
factory,
five,
right?
high
We have
five as you pass
on a
by.
couple
That's it.
on a couple times we've high fived or shook hands. I said
Yeah.
good night shift, like whatever. And so then I'm starting work, so I can't do it while I'm working. And then it's like when I get off work, one of them is up between all night long. It's like yesterday I found a short window where like my wife was cooking dinner and my youngest was sent over to the grocery store to go get something we needed to finish cooking the dinner. And I'm like quickly uploading videos. And at one point my wife goes, "Okay, I'm gonna go watch Wheel of Time that dropped." I'm all, "No, you're not." So I'm still uploading. You were cooking. It was my only chance. I had
How
like,
big are the files, though?
well, they're high def video files, and so
What, like 4K?
they're gigabytes. No, they're 1080p.
Okay, I was about to say.
So, but it was multiple files, that had been stacked up, waiting for them to leave, so I could upload them to YouTube. Also, for whatever reason, down here, our download speeds are super high, but our upload speeds are mediocre.
Yeah, that's how it is.
And,
They say fiber optic, but it's not exactly fiber optic.
I don't have. Well, I'm I'm in a small little niche of Silicon Valley that doesn't have a lot of options, where nobody wants to really dig up the streets and stuff because it's really an old neighborhood surrounded by a lot of industrial. So you don't get serviced some of the same way. So how long does it take
They're trying
you
to
to
get you guys out of
upload
there.
and
That's what it is.
it really depends on the size of the video file, but processing is not a matter. It's to upload. Once it's processing, that doesn't use up
You
the
go do your
bandwidth.
own thing.
Yeah, it's just the upload.
I think he's saying
But
just for context, like complete upload. You know what I mean? Like,
and it really depends on the size of video file. But I think if I'm doing like yesterday, I think I did like a 15-minute video or a 13-minute video, something like that. It takes 5 minutes or so. I think. I don't pay attention. I
I'm
usually
about to
leave
say
it and
that
walk
it
away.
doesn't take long for mine either. Like I record on StreamYard. Like that's where I don't record. I literally go on the internet StreamYard
Yeah,
and I
it's
record.
recorded.
And then
It
I
records
They're
at
doing the work for
720.
you already.
That's at
then
720p.
then nobody's watching them. That's like a little known life hack. There's no reason to upload in 4K.
No.
Like,
I know.
yeah.
I understand.
Like,
I'm just saying
I think
it's a
you were one
lot
of the
less.
people that you and DJ were taught me that life hack. Like the 720 is as high as you need to go because where people are watching it and stuff. And
Most people are watching on their phone, so it's
yeah.
But
So I recorded on there. I hit download and I just hop over to YouTube Studio, hit the upload button, put the video in there. By the time I'm done with the description, the putting the thumbnail image in there, and just going through the thing, it's only like a minute or two before it's done and it's ready. It's pretty fast.
yeah, it's so yeah. It really depends. 720p files definitely upload way faster.
Yeah, there's smaller files.
There's
There's also a software called Handbrake that actually could make them even smaller, but without losing the quality. So
Okay, so some of these guys are saying, yeah, 20 minutes. Okay. Maybe it takes me longer than 5 minutes. Like I said, maybe it's 10, 15. I don't know. I like I said, I'll set it. I set it and
that's a
walk
long
away.
time.
Well, it depends on sometimes some people's depend on how your internet set up, depend on your speeds. And sometimes what they'll do is when you start having a file, they start slowing it down the longer it goes, and so all of a sudden you start taking longer and longer as you're throttling. Same thing with like really huge downloads. Sometimes you'll start really fast, and then all of a sudden it just slowly goes slower and slower as it just goes. Oh, we're not going to sustain all this bandwidth. And
it could also be stuff happening in the background that you don't even know about.
Yeah, it would also could depend upon what kind of. Also, if you have cable internet, right, then it also depends on what's going on in your neighborhood and shit too. And
The thing about it is, really, Rob, it's still better than bzzz,
oh yeah,
where the pictures used to come down like that.
we
We'd
addressed
sit there
this.
and wait for them titties to show up. Like, God
Oh,
darn,
no.
hurry up and
Gotta make sure you
download
get that
already.
CD up and loaded. You know what I'm saying? That AOL CD.
That
Maybe you
ALCD.
used up your 6,000 hours.
I know it was terrible.
Hello. Goodbye.
Good morning, 23 March. Thank you.
Anyways, let's not forget. Happy birthday, Mark.
Yes,
Thank you
I
so
got that
much,
right down here.
As today the actual day?
Yes, today's my actual
Yes.
day.
Today is your
Phenomenal.
It's also September 1st. So yeah, congratulations for being a
Yeah.
September baby. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
part of my club.
You know, I put a lot of effort in trying to become a September baby. I pulled it off.
He
There was a lot of-
held
there
on to
was
the
a lot of
rib
pre-
cage.
A lot of pre-gaming went into it. I mean,
Hey.
a lot of exercising and training, but I pulled it off.
Actually,
You know-
I pulled it off just by being lazy. My wife just responded like, "Yep."
Pulled it off is how I got here. Wait, sorry.
I pulled it out. Is how you got there.
No, pulled it out. I didn't get there.
Oh, I didn't get there. Oh my gosh.
But
The yeah, so when my son was born, he was it took forever, and he's on the 10th of March, but he technically should have been the 9th. I mean, everything was in play for the 9th, and he was like, I'm not having it, the 10th, baby. So first thing I did when I
Only
came
one day
home
off.
was
That's
check to
nothing.
see, yeah, right, check to see who else had a birthday. And we should see who shares a birthday with Mark. Mr.
Yes,
Edgar
good
Rice
one.
Burroughs shares a birthday. Rocky Marciano shares a birthday with Mark. The Conway Twitty, for all you honky tonks. Lily Tomlin, if you know her.
Yes, I do.
Hello, is this the party
this
to
is
whom I'm
huge.
speaking?
Exactly right.
Rob took her job, as you can see, with the headsets and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Mark's
thank you, laughing.
Mark's English brother Barry Gibb shares a birthday with him.
Oh, there you are.
And if his older brother Phil McGraw, the TV personality, but the Latino connection is Gloria Estefan.
Oh,
well, that rhythm's gonna move you.
And that's
Yeah, that
really the
rhythm
one that
is
matters.
gonna move.
That's really the one that matters.
Also, since you guys are all about the wrestling,
She's still alive.
Scott Bam Bam Bigelow shares his birthday with Mark. And I don't know.
Well, not anymore.
No. He's deceased.
But
he did
share a birthday with me anymore.
Bam Bam, one of the great big men, recently featured in the Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah,
also featured in Major Pain.
Where's that other one? That
I remember watching that pay-per-view when him and Taz went through the ring live, and I'm going like, what the hell?
That was great though. When he threw Taz off the ring into the crowd.
Durs, that's not going to help you get votes. Chill out.
Okay. Also, you share it with, or she shares it with you because you're more importante. Zendaya.
I like
Zendaya.
Ooh,
she's awesome
MJ.
in Dune.
Well, there you are.
Yeah, she's awesome in Dune. I liked her in Dune.
I'm
hoping that. Anyway.
Yeah.
I get Bill Murray. That's who I have as my birthday.
That's a win. That's a win.
I got Bill Murray on my birthday.
Mark outlasted Bam Bam in the Iron Man match.
It is. In Mark's defense, he was also the last one into that Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I showed up well.
No, it's like Digger. I understand, man. It's like both my kids were late. They were 2 weeks. They're the way I think that all childbirth should be done, man. It's like they're 2 weeks late, both of them. So it was the doctors go, okay, we're going to schedule you. We scheduled an appointment. We showed up. We leisurely checked into the hospital. They, then started
Right.
administer some drugs. A little bit later, the kid comes out. It's like,
Right.
although my son's case, he took maximum dosages. We were there for like 24, 30 hours, something like that before. But my mom still says,
That's
well,
the
it's
way my
nothing.
son was.
My wife still says it. My mom always says, that's nothing. You know how you, Rob, she just tells me, apparently I was supposed to be born in December, and I was born in late January. And the doctor kept telling her, "Oh no, you're probably just miscalculated when you got pregnant." And then when I was born, apparently he said, "I'm sorry, you were right."
You're right.
10-month term baby.
This is a full-size man that just came out of you.
I came out with the mustache and everything. That's right.
With the mustache and everything.
with a fat stack.
That's right. I said,
Yeah.
that's right. Came out and said, "Hey
with a
there,
whole bunch of
friends and
slabs.
fiends."
He just came back with a whole bunch of slabs in his hands, like,
"Hey there, moms and fiends."
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
going on? Super awesome geek
Give me
show.
some titty.
What is up? What is up? Anybody
That's so
watch any
funny.
One Piece? Watch the first 2 episodes and liking it a lot. Of course, not perfect, but so far it's been a great watch in my opinion.
One Piece. Never heard of it.
I put a comment on Mike's Instagram post about it, and I'll repeat it here. No Jack Sparrow, no Legion of Comics. I'm out. Not my pirates.
It's a pirate thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
I think it's on
Chinese pirate.
it's a pirate.
Well, there's 2
Yeah.
things of pirates worth
Japanese.
watching. Of course, there's the Jack Sparrow. The other is, of course, is the adult film pirates. But that's different.
Totally in the background.
That was the peak of DVD sales. It was all
That's right.
downhill after
When
that,
when
Rob.
multiple film studios came together and said, "Hey, let's make a real film,
A lot of
special
people
effects and
did.
everything, and get all the best of our studio people together all in one."
Yeah, a lot of people really came together for that, didn't they, Rob?
Yeah, it was a who's who.
I have a great story for my son being born, almost passed out. I think that's most dad's story. Never stand by the feet, Durs. Never stand by the feet.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
it's really something you don't need to see. Trust us.
No. I watched 3 episodes last night, never seen the anime, but it's dope, even though I don't like the main actor. Well, that's just me. Mike, I watched the first
if
2
I like the
episodes of
main
One
actor, I'm
Piece
not gonna
before
really
bed
watch
last
it.
night. Pretty good. Something pretty good for something live action. So this is like I have learned since this thing's been rolling out. This is the longest running anime cartoon that exists that now has a live action adaptation that aired on Netflix yesterday, which it's Netflix. That means the entirety of the first season is available to watch.
Mhm.
So it's just not something that's, I mean, I'm aware of it. It's not my thing.
Yeah, One Piece is just too long
Don't-
for me. Like, how many episodes
No, I
there
did
are?
watch-
We're talking about over 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, I did watch a couple episodes
dropped
of that
1,000
Twisted Metal
episodes?
you guys were talking about. That was interesting. I don't know anything about it, but I liked what I was seeing.
This Twisted Metal was definitely not seen by a lot of people in the grand scheme of things, but the people that did watch it had nothing but positive things to say about it.
Yeah,
Also on
I mean, I
Peacock,
don't know
so-
anything about. It's a game, right? It's a game,
Yeah,
right?
you pick a
I
car
didn't-
and you go drive around and try to blow up the other cars.
Okay. I've never played the game, but I thought it was interesting.
You've never played the game? Well, it's time to play the game. Like,
Rob, did Ryan Oda
Yes.
Goa get a hold of you?
yes, he did. Thank you.
Odagawa.
I had to apologize that I didn't know he was reaching out when he's talking about at first when he reached out to me, but we figured it out. Thank you very much there, TM.
Mike saying it's pretty close adaptation. Who?
Some shady, huh?
Bleach
is
is
better.
better. Steven
Yeah.
said.
Well, apparently,
know,
Mike
But I
shares a
like
birthday
Kill La
with
Kill.
Eminem.
Thank you. Kill La Kill's my favorite. I don't know why. Oh, sure I do. I know exactly why.
Tyler said he's truly shocked at the positive reception from the One Piece show. This could really be something. Now, I'm going to be honest. I did see a lot of people posting about it, and it definitely was positive, and that's What some of the posts said specifically was how they were surprised that they didn't butcher it. The last time that Netflix tried this was Cowboy Bebop, and
Yeah, they messed
like
that one up
no,
from what I'm hearing.
no
Crash
one
and
even
burn on that
finished
one,
it.
huh?
Yeah,
hmm Yeah, they have a really bad track record when it comes to translating animated series. So Death Note, Cowboy Bebop, they're just bad.
I wonder
So
if
they
it.
did One Piece well, then good. That's good to hear. There's a pretty good following for One Piece.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you,
for it to
Mike.
be running as long as it has.
hmm But then again, Japanese animation, they don't cancel things. They just let it go. They just keep making it.
Well, this is shocking. So I did pull up its Rotten Tomatoes to see what the audience reaction is like. And granted, you have to take all this with a grain of salt because these things are manipulated all the time. But there's a 94% audience score with over 5,000 ratings. That's freaking impressive.
It's hard to
Yeah.
manipulate that. Now,
No,
I think
no,
Rob resembles one of the characters in One Piece.
yeah, the little kid with the curly hair and the hat.
No, there's actually a character with a mustache. Finger.
Yeah, whenever I see anybody with a mustache, like if y'all watch Reno 911, you know the guy with the real short shorts. He has a mustache. I'm like, that looks just
Rob.
like Rob. Looks just like him.
It's only because Mark's seen me in those little short shorts.
Yeah, the mustache made me think of you. Then the thighs, or I'm like, yep, those are Rob's thighs.
Yeah.
DBZ got a live action movie as well, but we don't talk about it. That was probably the greatest anime adaptation I've ever seen.
Ugh. Interesting. Okay, well there you are then. Mark walks away and all of a sudden everything stops. It's like
Everything stopped.
yeah,
Allergies are settling,
you're
and I
the-
normally
you're the-
have like a handkerchief over here, and I don't see it, so I'm like, I gotta go get paper towel.
it just shows to prove that you were just the center of the universe there for a second
I
because
guess so.
you walked away and everything stopped.
Pokemon is broken in the other shows. They kind of messed up there. I think the Detective Pikachu movie was really fun. I watched that, and I don't really Pokemon, despite Rob trying to get me into it.
It's only in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Gotta catch them all.
No problem. I have to look it up. It's still a running series. Blah, blah, blah. All right, let's talk about a show that I did watch. Episode 3 dropped this past Tuesday. People watching it?
I did.
Yes, we did.
Right after the show on Wednesday, I went downstairs and watched it. It was, I feel like it was just one of those move along parts.
Well, they did mention
at
the
that point.
the
AR
Ring
does-
of Zion, so that was a big moment. And
I mean, we got the space whales. That was
got
kind
the
of cool.
whales. That was pretty big.
Yeah.
AR, there's no freaking dangle shorts, baby. It's fucking straight Winnie the Pooh, baby.
Thank you to Burke Family 54.
Go buy yourself something, kid.
$4.99 super chat with a happy birthday, bro.
That's Burke's saying.
He
Go
just,
buy
he
yourself
just
something,
he just
kid.
bought you an issue of comics
Dude,
That's
I-
right.
Burke just bought me a comic for my birthday.
with a cardstock cover.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dude, yeah, I really do appreciate
Right
Steve
at
a
you,
lot.
sir.
Steve is who got me doing the YouTube thing. I appreciate him. Helped me tremendously.
Mhm.
You're talking Ahsoka. I'm on my way. Yeah, we're about to talk Ahsoka.
It's always Dirt, isn't it? I'm waiting for the moment when
Oh,
Dirt
you
says,
look
"I'm
beautiful.
fully caught up on everything."
Come here.
Mm.
So let's show Rob your hair. Come here. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
so we
coming
saw Ahsoka. I'm fine with it. It's not.
What?
It's not like. It's not like another episode. Oh, there we go. You had me talking mid.
I don't know how you cut out. I don't know how you cut out like that. It was weird.
I wonder how. No, but I've been watching it, and it's like it's fine. It's not great.
It's your three.
Oh, that-
You've just started the story. It's like saying I read the first 3 chapters of this novel that everybody said was or whatever, and it's not
Amazing.
great yet.
Yeah,
It's
but
like, well, you haven't read those. You haven't seen the whole story.
but we're already halfway through the
all right,
series.
all right. That's
It's
not
it's a
how
6-episode
stuff
series.
works. That's not how stuff works. You don't buy War and Peace and read 500 pages and think maybe it'll get good when it's over. That's not how it works. That's not never been how nothing ever in history of cinema or books
Word.
ever has worked. You don't pick up issue 6 of this Iron Man run and think, well, maybe when they get to 20 it'll be good. No, you drop this piece of shit.
Right.
That's how it works. If a show is not fire by halfway through it, it's not a fire show. It still has the potential to be good, okay, whatever, but it's missed fire. Like it's like the diminishing return thing. But Andor, that's what people say about Andor. Like you got to stay till it gets good. But why wasn't it good for the first 3 hours? Like I
Was
don't
set and
understand.
everything's sort of set up. They're telling different. You guys are thinking of it like these are individual episodes of TV as opposed to one story.
Right.
And I mean, that's the biggest problem I think that's coming out with this new way of doing TV, where somebody writes one story, and instead of presenting it as a really long movie or something, we break it up into a bunch of individual episodes, and then we're serving it up to you here 1 week at a time. And so then everybody goes like, "Oh, I don't know," and then all of a sudden everybody goes, "Oh, well, look at all these people
right now
talking
it's been
negative."
dull.
What is
It's
it,
just
Rob?
been dull. That's all I'm saying. I'm not hating.
Oh, come on
it.
now. That
I didn't
first
know.
episode was not dull.
I didn't hear
That
the
first
tail end of
episode
what you
was
just
not
said,
dull.
Rob.
I had a couple of fight scenes that were cool. I think Rosario Dawson could do a better job as Ahsoka. I honestly don't think they've written her because she does this the whole time.
I agree. She needs to do more bouncing on top of a restaurant.
No, on the trampoline, Rob. Get it together.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, floating in space. That's all she needs.
No, so to be completely fair, I enjoyed the episode. Out of the 3, I think this was the weakest one, just in the sense of like, because what I'm I'm just intrigued for the story aspect of it. I was talking to Dersey Boy, and I told him I don't think that like Star Wars action scenes really do much for me. Now I'm not gonna lie, when they turn the camera and she's standing on top of that spaceship, I'm like, oh hell yeah. Like I audibly said,
Yeah.
oh hell yeah, and I'm watching it by myself, But I'm just so interested in what could potentially happen with this secret Sith character that's where all my attention is going, because there's not much else like in the way of plot happening. And they seem to have like this habit of taking something like some kind of topic or something that's a non-topic, a nothing issue. There's nothing to explore in it, and pretending like they're exploring it. And what I mean by that is they're like, oh, this is the first time we're seeing a non-Jedi be trained in the way of the Jedi. I'm like, no, it's not. You're literally picking words to create a fictitious situation. Like the Force is present in everything, period. Anybody that's ever been trained, period, is a non-Jedi being trained. And that's just, so pointing out I'm not a Jedi means nothing. That's no different than her when she had the practicing sword fighting in Rebels or something, she was
You know what gets me excited?
kitty cats.
Yeah, he's
naked women.
He's hyped that we're going to be potentially leaving the Star Wars galaxy for the first time ever.
That's another great example of what I mean by taking a non-issue and trying to pretend like it's something.
But it's not pretending because now that's going to flip our whole understanding of the Force and how the Force has always worked. All that's going to go out the window because they're going to hang on. They're going to bring in the Night Witches, and we're going to see why the Night Witches have Force power, but they're not Jedis. Why can they use Force powers? Why are they attuned to the Force?
Hold on. Jedi is nothing to do with.
Well, I'm saying like the Jedi and Sith, how they can use the Force because the Dathomir witches, they're not attuned to the Force whatsoever, but they can still use it.
Then they're attuned to it.
So
it's a difference. I guess.
Keep in mind that people can use the Force without having to be a Jedi.
Right.
Jedi is an order. It's it's basically
I
it's
was
a
just
religion.
using it as an example.
Right.
I should have
like
said
saying
Jedi.
it's like saying
yes.
I can't believe in God because I'm not Catholic.
Yeah, different creatures
You're
and
not
stuff
Catholic.
like that. But
Burn,
the way
burn.
the Dathomir use it and like the
Just kidding.
destructive ways and stuff like that.
Yeah, they've tried doing that to us before.
So real
That's-
quick, like this is what I mean by trying to like take something that's a not thing and try to create a thing out of it. Because I don't think anyone ever, especially at this point in Star Wars, watching like little kids in stables move brooms around, watching Rey tap into every living Jedi that there ever was, watching Palpatine shoot lightning into the sky. Like they do whatever they want with the Force. Like who cares that these witches like they're Force sensitive and they use it the way they want.
But as somebody like me that has played like Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order, I really care about the witches and that whole
I'm not
backstory
saying
and stuff
care
like
or
that.
not care. Like
So-
they're trying to pretend like, oh, these people are completely different. No, they're
Well, I
not.
know, I feel it.
The
They're just tuned
argument
into the Force. You're tuned in or you're tuned out. There's
Right.
two tunes.
the argument has been that from in the early days the concept was that everyone and anyone can use the Force, right? And then when the trilogies came out, the Phantom Menace and all that other stuff, they introduced this concept of these metachlorians and all this other stuff, which completely had turned everything on its head and
like a
made
power
it about
level.
and made it about like, oh, you have to have this in order to be able to use the Force, or that it was the families who based on your family was whether or not you had the ability to do this, right, as opposed to everybody. And that's why when Disney kind of did their things at first, some people were actually excited for this concept of first we didn't know who Rey was, and it was Rey nobody and all this other stuff. Was the idea that we're going back to it doesn't have to be a Skywalker necessarily, and that anybody could do it. And then Disney turned around and killed all that by going, no, she's Palpatine's daughter or granddaughter or clone or whatever, daughter of a clone.
Granddaughter.
I hated that.
Yeah, daughter of a clone or something. And then that she chooses to be Skywalker, and so we stuck to these family things. And this is kind of like this whole thing with Sabine, whether or not she ever has any kind of decent control over Force capabilities or not, I'm sure it will, just because that's a Star Warsy thing to do, is to have her suddenly connect at the right time in order to save something. But I'd be perfectly fine if she never could do kinesis.
I was just getting ready to ask, do we care if Sabine ever becomes a dope Jedi?
I'm fine with her continuing to use her Mandalorian armor and stuff, and utilize that to imitate some of that functionality as they talked about in the Rebels, that's what the armor was designed for, was to imitate those things. I'm fine with that. But
my favorite character is the droid.
Oh yeah, Chopper's awesome.
Sure.
Not Chopper. Chopper's great, but the other
the other droid. Okay, yeah.
But at the end of the day, what it's more about with Sabine isn't about making her a Jedi. It's about the master and apprentice relationship, and that's what Star Wars Star Wars has always been about. All the whether it's the original show, whether it's the original trilogy, the next trilogy, any of the trilogy, it's always until you get to Disney, right? Although she does try to get a master to help her, and Luke's kind of a jackass at it, so I guess maybe it still is.
But at the end of the day, Luke just didn't want to work with Disney.
It's the story of this master and apprentice, and whether or not you become your master, or whether or not you emulate them, or whether or not you take their learnings and do stuff, and that you don't have how you're taught doesn't necessarily predispose what you're going to be, what your outcome is going to be, because in Anakin's case, he's taught one thing, but he ends up becoming evil. But he can but the choice that you can come back and you can choose your path, you choose your destiny and stuff. It's not decided for you. Those types of story elements are what's there. You take it too seriously, Joe. We can say that, but in my defense,
no, Star Wars is a cult, bro. Who said Qui-Gon Jinn, the actor, literally said, Star Wars fans, they're not fans. It's like a cult. And I was like, yeah, dude.
Well, really any big fandom definitely has that. Whether it's Star Trek, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Wheel of Time, they all have that. But and I will sit there and say, look, I will embrace and say, look, yes, I'm a Star Wars nerd, if you want to call it that or whatever. When I grew my formative years as a child, right, as a young boy, Star Wars came out. That's what I was seeing. That was the majority of the toys that I had to play with as a kid was Star Wars. Everything, all my birthdays and stuff were based around Star Wars. It formulated my love of space and my studying, getting every time when you could read something that was interesting to you. I subscribed to like Omni magazine and stuff like that, which were child space type stuff, and would follow all the space shuttle stuff. And what fell into my love of today with the Atomic Age sci-fis and the Flash Gordons and the Buck Rogers and all these different shows that came out on TV. That was all stuff that formulated has been with me my entire life growing up, and is super into it. Now, I attach to that. Star Trek, I have a pretty good knowledge of Star Trek, pretty deep as well, but not to the same degree because while I enjoy it, for whatever reason, Star Wars was the one that I connected with. So yeah, I do take it somewhat seriously.
I was 9. I think I was 9 when Clone Wars dropped or whatever. So like the first.
Wow, you are young.
Yeah. So like that was like huge for me, and I was just like, oh my god, that was my first introduction to Star Wars. Was those? I'm 33, bro.
You're 30. Okay.
Yeah.
No. I'm just trying to do the math in my head of when Clone Wars was because I'm trying to think.
That's not right.
Wasn't it 2000?
You were way
over. Yeah, wait, that's
so
not
I was
right.
10. I was 10.
2000 was episode 1 in theaters.
You're right. I was born in 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Episode 1 in theaters.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Episode Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the thing because I remember.
Well, the whole saga is when it kind of like Sorry. I've been up since 6 a.m. puking my brains out.
I was just saying
that's what I meant. That whole I classify Star Wars in like arcs when I talk about it.
But see, everything comes out. You put things in timeline, right? Yeah. When you said that, I was thinking to myself, Phantom Menace. I remember when it was 99. So for Phantom Menace, I remember like I was married with a kid when I had the laser when I got the laser disc
buying all those toys that are worthless now
because Phantom Menace wasn't available on anything other than VHS in the US.
Yes, and bro, so I had tall enough so
I had to buy it on the Japanese import laser disc in order to watch it in digital.
That's awesome.
Oh my god!
But it makes that.
I thought he meant the Clone Wars cartoon. Yeah.
Now, why doesn't anyone ever talk about the Clone Wars movie like that kickstarted the cartoon? You remember there's an actual animated Star Wars.
Yeah, it was an animated movie.
Right.
Theater that is
that's where we first meet. That's the first appearance of Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, yeah.
Right. We meet her and Jabba's kid. And
back then, not a lot of people saw it. It wasn't super going to the theater. I don't think I seen it at the theater. I saw it
was in theaters, but it wasn't really a big hit.
I think I saw it on like
VHS it got released later on. But the one that people don't really talk about was the Clone Wars that was released series. It was released before all that, which was a cartoon. On Cartoon Network, the Samurai Jack stuff that was like these little short segments and whatnot.
Loved all that stuff. Yeah, bro. That was peak
amazing.
Child. That was peak childhood,
when Mace
bro.
Windu crashed and burned, and he was like hiding out in the scrapyard, just murking.
That was peak cartoon.
I'm sorry, Rob.
No, I say Scott. No, I don't have any laser discs any longer. I long dumped all my laser discs. Yeah. My wife. There came a point in my life where, because I worked in the audio video industry for a while, I had like my television literally had multiple racks, and there was so many devices in all these racks. I had laserdisc players and DVD recorders and DVD players and super VHS machines and DAT recorders and DCC players and mini disc players and CD players and all this stuff that my wife would come home and like count stuff. And eventually we got rid of all that stuff. And it was really weird when I parsed down to today, where I have basically a Roku, a Blu-ray player, and an audio video receiver, and that's like it. I have like nothing else. If I want to play CDs, I have to use my Blu-ray player to play a CD. And you guys all just said to yourself, "Hey, does Durs even know what a CD is?"
Yeah, bro. I remember I had the whole binder in my car back in the day. What do you mean? Bro?
There's two for context.
Dude, I was rocking around with a pager. So
for context, there's Clone Wars started in 2008.
Yeah, I just meant the whole arc that set it off, like the Phantom Menace.
I never really even thought of like the prequels as being a Clone Wars arc, and it's pretty interesting to hear someone consider that because Clone Wars has become the most like the most influential part of not original trilogy continuity because how long and how beloved that cartoon is. Because the Clone Wars doesn't even happen. You never see it. You see it. You see the start of it,
the Order 66,
and you see the end of it.
Yep.
In Episode 4, you get to hear Obi-Wan mention to Luke he fought with his father in the Clone Wars, which made Episode 2 just hit even harder. Just having that line of dialogue and like, oh my God, it's happening. Then you get to see the big battle that finishes it. But that's pretty cool to hear someone.
That's why Maul is my number one Sith, because like that was my first introduction to the Sith and everything, and I'm like, wow, the double lightsaber. I was like, done. Nothing's
That's
ever.
how everyone
this.
felt in Episode 1 when
that
was so unique.
So I was like, nothing.
That trailer, the trailer was awesome.
Yeah,
yes,
dude.
the movie.
Yeah.
The first
Not
time you
so much.
fired
Zooms in
that
on
up,
his
everyone
face.
lost their mind, dude.
Yeah,
So
the way that
trailer,
the choreography was done, everything was so different.
Yeah,
and
so
from what you had seen before, so
broke the theaters because
it was wild.
During that time it was before YouTube, so everybody had to go to the movies to catch the trailer. So they went to see this movie with what's his name? Oh my goodness, Meet Joe Black.
Yeah.
Meet Joe Black ended up being the #1 movie in America that weekend, only because the Star Wars trailers was before.
Yeah, I mean, because up until that time, I remember too, it was like the only thing you had seen was Obi-Wan Kenobi fighting as an old man,
or Vader standing there.
Yeah, like and the return of the Jedi lightsaber battle is not the greatest lightsaber battle, but it was up until that. But up until that point, it was. We were like, oh wow, okay.
You got to go to the movies to see Meet Joe Black. Buy your tickets now.
I've said it 1,000 times, and I know that I'm the odd man out for this, but Attack of the Clones is my favorite Star Wars movie that exists.
I like it because you get to see Padme's midriff.
I will say that I like Attack of the Clones when
she gets her shirt cut and it's a mess up in the movie.
Attack of the Clones isn't too bad if you can get all the deleted scenes. It really helps out the movie.
Yeah, because with the editing flow.
Yeah, the stuff that was edited out that really kind of filled in more of the story of how Anakin starts off at one point of that film and gets to the end of the film. Bro. It really kind of and how because in the film what I'm talking about, so in the edit version, essentially Padme goes from no we shouldn't to okay let's
I've seen that.
There's zero like okay what the hell, let's do it.
Yep. So, but
like he roofied her.
She's a closet hoe, man.
We get the Senate dissolving. Like we get a lot of that from the political aspect. You see that transition in it. You get Jango Fett, which is absolutely
the Yoda lightsaber battle.
Like Jango Fett is the man. You get the huge reveal with Yoda doing that, like that.
Fire.
Like Captain America picking up the hammer. You only get to see Yoda go ham for the first time.
I remember being in the theater, and the entire theater was on its feet cheering.
You get Mace Windu, that scene.
I'll be like, sit down. I want to see this movie.
Coliseum battle, but when Mace Windu, you're behind him, and you see his boots walking in, and the music drops, and he comes up behind Dooku. And
that's why he has that's why he has a purple lightsaber.
You're impossibly outnumbered, and he goes, "I don't think so." And you see the whole Coliseum light up. You're like, "Oh my god!"
He told George Lucas that he wanted to be able to be seen in that huge battle scene.
In that Coliseum,
so dope.
And then they had to like explain it away. He's the lightsaber guy, which he proved in Episode 3 when he best the Emperor in moments, like done, over with.
Yes. So, anyway, so in the movie, it was all this. But, Lady F, yes, they did. They released the old ones. They re-released the old ones in theaters because they added little extras. Yeah, they did the special editions, and then all kinds of stuff. But there was there was actually multiple re-releases of the Star Wars. There was like back in the day, building up to it when they started talking about doing the Phantom Menace and such.
Yeah, they did the
It was
re-release
huge.
of 5 minutes of deleted footage, and they
I really-
polished over it and
I
added
really-
CG.
if you guys hadn't seen it yet, you want a fun film. If you're a Star Wars fan, is go watch Fanboys.
Oh, yeah, I
Fanboys,
I know what you're talking about.
Fanboys is hilarious, and
That's
just
that
Or
because that
Spaceballs.
movie. I know that Chewbacca's home planet is Kashyyyk.
Spaceballs. That's a straight up parody.
I know,
Yeah.
but
I'm talking about a movie.
I know what
Fanboys
you're
is a
talking
movie about people getting all excited
You know,
about a
for
movie.
four homies that run a
it's
comic
about,
shop and keep a Star Trek phaser just to weed out Trekkie bitches like yourself. Now get the hell off my land.
I love the swing bio, the birthplace of Kirk, just to
And they
piss
get
off
in
the
a fight with Seth, and Seth Rogen plays numerous characters throughout the movie.
Oh, you guys are into the wars? Check this one out. And into the dark side. Don't comes the dark side.
I love how it ends. We've all been sitting in the theater so excited, and one of them finally asked the question, "Yeah, what if this sucks?"
Right.
What if
God.
this sucks?
I don't remember who it was that threw it in the chat. I think it was last Sunday, but we need more pod races. We need another pod race to get us back on track. I think that's what we're missing.
What was that? Who was that? Who is that actress? God damn it, she's in the.
You talking about Kristen Bell from Fanboys?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
That's Dax Shepard's wife.
Yeah.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall herself. Mara Jade was erased by Disney. I turned to the dark side of the anti-Disney force. Was Mara Jade? She wasn't ever brought back in.
Yeah,
She's
they
gone.
kinda-
So Mara Jade, first of all, only existed in the expanded universe. She was never a canon
in my
character.
Legacy character. No.
Well, although technically, you know, at the time, a lot of that EU stuff was there. It was canon. Disney changed it all, got rid of it. But so Mara Jade hasn't shown up yet necessarily, right? It's not to say that she never will, simply because the EU stuff that the past was basically made into folklore. Now, the time period that she existed and stuff makes it less likely because we have seen Luke at this point and we've seen him die and there's no mention, but doesn't mean that she couldn't exist somewhere in this lost period of Return of the Jedi and the Force arises at some point, assuming that we see her in that same role, right? Her role could change. Nothing says she has to become Luke's lover and everything else, but some people had speculated, what if our masked Jedi is, or masked Inquisitor that we don't know yet? What if that's Mara Jade?
I just want a side
She's flat
Ventress.
in front
That's who
like
I want.
I mean,
Give me
it's not.
Ventress. I know it's not, but give me her, bro.
Justin said that the pod race is the only thing that has ever happened in Star Wars that he thought was cool. It's undeniable how cool the pod race
was
are.
fire,
There's the
bro.
Can you just
right
kick
there.
him out?
I mean, they
That's
made
a
it.
compliment.
They made one of the best.
But
They made one of the best N64 games around it. Bro.
To say
Come
that
on.
the pod race is the only
Fire,
thing,
bro.
to say that's the only thing in Star Wars that was cool,
All
dude, I can't send him any comics anymore.
Engines humming. I can't even
My
hear Rob
My
Savage
business with you is concluded, good sir.
There's a lot of cool things.
We
That
are
is one of the
through.
cool things.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it was
also
the pod race
congratulations
was
to
something that was
Digger Jim.
inserted into the first movie to put some
Yay!
action into a story about a young kid walking through the desert.
It made
Yo,
me really
yo.
care about Anakin, though. It made me really fall in love with that character.
Andy, my
given-
boy.
yeah, that whole
Andy, my boy.
that whole personality and seeing him win and stuff. I was like,
Also,
all right, this dude's
real
G.
quick, a huge shout out to Digger Jim. He is now the proud owner of some very, very sad lady's wedding ring.
Or engagement ring or something, yeah. Or a
Yes.
ring.
Uh,
Always
Yes.
the bridesmaid, never the bride. Thinks of Digger Jim.
That was a more that'll allow you to get yourself a key or two, right?
right. No, it's not that much gold.
Oh, it's pretty small.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a girl's ring. It's a woman's ring, but it's not that heavy. And my wife's already claimed it.
She
I mean,
claimed
she's
it?
already looked at it. And
Oh,
she went
nice.
like, "Let me clean this up for you," and I'm probably never gonna see it again.
you're like, I just need to melt the
There's a
honey.
good
I just need
chance
the
it'll be
gold.
Clean. Wherever it is, Jim, it is clean.
Yeah, it is clean.
I just need
Yeah,
to clean it and take it to a pawn shop. No,
No, I don't, man. I'm not pawning my first gold. Maybe if I get a
Don't
third or
damage.
fourth gold, then yeah, I'll pawn that shit. But that's like, you only get gold one time for the first time, and that was it right there. Now I got to find
Good
me a
morning,
couple
Ben
more,
Parker.
and
Good morning.
Now I can see Digger
I
Jim
just
going
don't do
into the
any.
mines, like just start singing songs like the Seven Dwarves.
Yeah, I don't do any of that beach detecting, and that's where a lot of people would pick theirs up. So,
Why do
But-
people take
and I
bars
don't
of gold to the beach?
I don't dig a lot of trash signals, and that's part of the problem. Is that shit rings up just like trash. God, it drives me crazy.
Yeah, Mike has a good point. Maybe it's a cursed ring and it was buried for safety.
Could be, but I
Did
don't
any
think so.
poison mist come out of the ground when you
Come
took
out?
it out?
No.
Mhm.
So let's theories on
no, but he
like,
had to duck a couple blow darts that shot across this.
Yep.
who do y'all think the little hidden bad guy Sith guy is?
I think it could be Ezra or somebody we
No.
just have never heard about, or
Ezra
somebody
would
brand
be-
new.
Ezra would be awful and make no sense. And
Again,
thing.
agreed, but he's the only
I'd
one
rather
I could think of.
That's
I'd
why
rather
if,
see,
if that's like I don't know Ezra's story, but if it would be awful and make no
It
sense
would be
for
awful.
it to be Ezra, that's probably what Disney did.
It would be awful.
It can't be. It just. I mean,
It's
he's
just the
supposed to
only.
be in
No,
the
it's
other.
not
It's the only person with a name I can put there. Who
Okay,
else?
well then,
I don't really have any other besides Assad Ventress, but she's a dually, so it's not her, and that's a chick, so it's not her. I just don't know. It's got to be a brand new character, or somebody
Yeah.
from the past.
All right,
Question mark?
let me throw it out
The
there.
rumor has it that
Star
it's a little
Killer
bit of
character,
Scion. Isn't it that
everyone's-
guy Scion? If he's a Sith Lord, something like that.
Yeah.
what if it's
An
Barriss
ancient Sith.
Offrey?
Mhm.
an embarrassing offering?
No, Barriss Offrey. Barriss Offrey was the Jedi Padawan that framed Ahsoka and caused her to have to be on trial, caused Luke to end up, or for Anakin to become disenfranchised by the Jedi as they abandoned Ahsoka, and for Ahsoka to turn her
I'm
back
no
and walk away from the
Jedi.
Jedi Order because of the fact that she got framed and the Jedi abandoned her to the New Republic, even though she kept saying that she was innocent.
There's a
I'm
good
no
one. What
What
about
if it's
Lizzo?
Lizzo?
what if it's Lizzo? Hey, that's as good a guess as any. But I can tell you,
it
it
being Star Killer. We were talking about this Sunday.
so-
the character
so
from the Star Wars
it's a
Unleashed
different-
video
it's a
game
different
for the
name.
Apprentice.
Merrick, it's Marrok in the show. In the game, it's Maek. Totally
Is his
different
name-
character.
Is his name Merrick in the game?
Because the EU couldn't be changed.
But if it is Star Killer, that will make more fans upset than it being Ezra, because Star Killer is the hands down the most powerful Sith in the galaxy. Nobody's even close. He's so OP, it would break the Star Wars canon if he
Yeah,
would
but
be in
the
show.
game is not canon, so it could be them.
All
bringing in
Star
the
Wars
current-
games are canon to the Star Wars universe. Everything's
This game predates Disney.
right.
This,
but,
this
but I'm
Anything-
saying
No, there's anything done pre-Disney except
Is
for the
not
original
canon.
films and the original Marvel comic
that's
books
why it would make so many
was
fans
was
mad.
cast out.
Because
Did
us
you-
as gamers, we hold him as like how you guys hold Henry Cavill as Superman for like movies. Us as gamers hold. I know, but that's like most people's like top Superman.
Yeah,
but,
but
like-
did you catch what Rob said in terms
Right.
of continuity and canon? Anything pre-Disney video
Right.
game is not canon.
But we'll be mad to see him portrayed the way he Disney will do
Making
him.
fans
Wow.
mad is never a problem for Disney, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I was right. I was going to say they're not going to care
Because the actor who played he voiced him and Maul in the animated series. He is referenced in the credits. So
Isn't that the actor who played Doomsday in Smallville?
I think so.
the It won't be Ezra. I know that much. They
Jar
wouldn't
Jar's
fuck
gonna
up
Right.
the
fire
story.
him.
That's just the first
bad.
name that
Lady,
comes to my head, but I'm almost positive it wouldn't be him because it would be stupid.
Jared's acting like Disney couldn't do something to ruin the canon. This isn't Disney we're talking about.
The idea that Ezra would be him is also it's not only is it a big name that's out there that you're like, well, where is he? So it makes, but it is the type of thing that you've seen in the past from a Star Wars thing where somebody is, like the Darth Vader concept of we don't know who. Oh my God, shit, he's he's somebody who you weren't expecting, but was a good guy at one time. That's why I think it's also not. Is at the same time, it's like that's been done, and it's not that Star Wars, not that Disney hasn't shown that they're willing to redo something that's already been done before in Star Wars, Force Awakens, but at the same time, you'd hope that Filoni wouldn't do something that's that
right.
obvious.
Agreed.
It's too obvious, right?
I think it's going to be some brand new character because we've had an introduction to the 2 new Sith characters, all the new
Ewoks
characters.
are canon
Whoever's gonna be,
because they were
people
part
are
of the
gonna be
movie.
angry. People are gonna love it. People are gonna hate it.
I think it's gonna
doesn't
be.
matter.
I think so. So like how they're talking about. So like the Balak and I can't even think of the chick's name. So they have orange lightsabers. They're not true Siths. It's a type of an orange lightsaber.
Yeah, they're
I think
mercenaries.
right. I think the guy, whoever we're seeing, I think he's gonna have a play of like maybe being like light side, dark side, kind of compelling to both sides type thing. I think we're going to get that kind of dynamic from him. I think he's not going to be like a true Sith.
Some kind of reveal that they think is this awesome thing, but it takes aggressively relaxing a paragraph to explain to us why it's an awesome reveal.
Yeah,
he's an inquisitor or looks like an inquisitor.
He's the last inquisitor,
and the inquisitors have all been we're all pretty much former Jedi that were fallen Jedi type stuff. Yep. So it's nothing. Ewok cartoon, come on. I don't know about the cartoon, but you know what is still technically canon is the Ewoks Caravan of Courage and the Battle of Endor.
Yeah. The Caravan of Courage.
Scariest Chewbacca ever.
Dude, when I was a kid when those came out, you don't know how excited we were to have a Star even though it turned out being
to watch.
100% agree. But when they announced those were coming out and they came out on TV and stuff, it was like dude, that was like
that's probably what nuts.
It was as a kid. That was insane, man.
That is the scariest Chewbacca.
Anyways,
I agree.
I think we should, even though I love Star Wars, I am cognizant we've been on the topic for a while. It's like wrestling. We turn off certain people if we stick on a single topic for too long.
Mark, what's in that box?
Let's get back to Mark's birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah. My birthday.
I got out of bed puking just to show up for you. So there you go.
You got out of bed puking to argue Star Wars and tell us.
Oh, yes, but
yeah, he did get my
even before
he was all right.
Even before you mentioned Star Wars, I said I'll be there in 10 or 15.
He had a radar. He had a Star Wars radar detector.
Okay, Scott, the answer is no. This Christmas show is not canon from the standpoint that Lucas disavowed it before he even sold the show Star Wars thing to the only thing that's been made canon is Life Day. That's the only element of the original series that's canon.
So I bought myself a birthday present. It's in this box. I'm going to open it during this stream. See if you can guess what it is.
You son of a...
It's a book.
If you guess right, I might give you
yours.
Can I have a hint? Is it? Can you give me a publisher?
It's Tales.
No.
To
like I said, if it's not, if it ain't Action Comics
Tales
1,
to
I'm gonna be disappointed.
or what other? It's one you're missing.
Louis thinks it's another gold foil Turok. Becker put Brave and the Bold 28 in the chat.
I'm going to say Transformers.
It's a Comic Vet t-shirt.
Spawn 1, McFarlane signed for sure.
Right, Chris thinks it's a t-shirt.
I'm going to say it's a Transformers book of some kind.
It's a John Zhang book.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
A John Zhang
you win, Rob.
Now the newest one doesn't ship until like October, so it can't be that one.
Oh, you know
the one you just dropped that the 800. It says shipping presale or shipping isn't till October 1st or something.
Huh.
But you never know.
I'm guessing that book then. There's then because
you think that Mark doesn't have connections. That's
I
adorable.
mean, I do, but man, that just went on sale. They didn't have time to ship.
I think the earliest
still got to be in the post
book
office.
I got was not this
He
year.
got one of one printing.
The earliest book I got was like last year's. It was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for a book called something Ford, Forever Ford, or something like that. And it was really cool. But I had it like 3 weeks early, double signed by the writer and Jane. That he sent
Nick
me.
Spencer Treasury Edition.
Evil says Sweet Paprika 1.
It's the Starship Hulk Omnibus.
Oh man, that'd be great.
That's what I read. That's what I read when I'm having a good day and I want to ruin it.
Yeah.
Lord.
I'm a Donna Cates fanboy, and I had to drop that quick too.
I will have to say I am like out of room under my desk where I've been stashing the mail call slabs. I am officially out of room. I got something. I need to shoot a lot of. No, I need to start. I need to shoot like the next 3 or 4 weeks worth of Monday mail calls
after my.
Well, that means your family's going to be out of internet, right?
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
They're going dark.
Like, sorry guys, your internet's out.
It's actually better because on the week, because I could do it like on the holiday weekend, like I could record everything Saturday and Sunday, and then on Monday everybody's still sleeping in because it's a holiday, and I get up at 6 a.m. no matter my time, no matter what. So I'll upload early in the morning.
Nice.
Because the night shift will go to bed around 5 or 4 in the morning. So
awesome.
It's just a small window. But
so, Mark, are they going to take you anywhere for dinner or anything today?
It's a holiday weekend, and there's a high probability.
And take them to Olive Garden so you can have breadsticks and salad.
Yeah, there you go.
Last time I was having breadsticks and salads at Olive Garden, I won a beautiful Black Manta piece from Comics Curing Cancer.
There you go.
No, it's a holiday. It's a holiday weekend, so I'm probably going to have to be going into work sometime today and all weekend and all that stuff. I'm real busy, so I just told everyone let's just do dinner last night because I don't want my birthday to make my life harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we just went and had dinner last night.
I've never had a pleasurable experience at Olive Garden. It's always been a terrible experience.
Look, Olive Garden. Here's what you need to know.
The breadsticks are good though.
I'm with Dursland. Olive Garden is very simple. If your entire claim to fame is breadsticks and salad, and that's all that, and nobody,
I love that too.
Nobody else will say anything good about anything other than breadsticks and salad. That tells you that there's a problem with your restaurant.
Or they just have really good breadsticks and salad.
Okay, whoop-de-doo. That's not why I go to a restaurant.
So when you go to Olive Garden and they want to grade the cheese, how long do you let them grade the cheese?
Like 2 minutes, 2 minutes longer than I probably should, just to see if they'll stop. Every time I go there, I'll just let them go.
It's a trick question because I don't eat at Olive Garden.
I let them go, bro, for real. Because
going to Sizzler.
Most of the time, I'm only taking a couple of bites of my pasta.
Now, there you go. I do like Sizzler.
Man, is there still Sizzlers out there?
There are. There's one right around the corner from me, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
they
the all-you-can-eat salad bar, the steak and all-you-can-eat shrimp. Yeah, there you go.
There's that whole scene from White Men Can't Jump. We going to Sizzler. I love that part. It's like, if we win this, we're going to Sizzler. Yeah, I like Sizzler.
They closed down all the Sizzlers over here. They're gone. They're gone.
There's not very many of them, but I do have I know of at least 2 here in the Bay Area that, and yeah, one of them was really close. I do enjoy Sizzler, but what makes sense because as an old man that has a freaking all-you-can-eat buffet and I can get there early, right? So.
It sounds great, man.
I used to love going for breakfast.
I'm trying to eat some soup
for brunch.
I absolutely love.
That was nice.
And then my kid likes it.
We're trying that.
They can get wings and noodles at the freaking salad bar, and
that's the toughest part. We're trying to. My wife and I are trying to explore different restaurants around here, especially on like just pick a day on a Saturday or something, and it's really what really sucks is when you spend all that money and it's not good. She's like, I found this place in Newmarket down the road. We're gonna go. She booked it. I mean, she did. She booked it,
Really?
and we get there, and it turns out they switched owners, but they had not changed anything on their digital footprint.
That
always happens.
And we get in there,
in Seinfeld where Jerry's like, "Hey, come on in," and he's like, "Oh, you're a very, very good man, Jerry. You're a very good man." He's like, "Try something different. Try to know what's inside."
And so the guy, you know, they had some guy walking around asking how everything was. That was a mistake.
The Mater D.
I was like, no. I know Mater D. I don't know if he's the owner, manager, or what. And I told him,
Somebody mentioned the Big D. Is that what
the
you
manager?
said?
The Big D. You got the book?
Of course, dude.
Digger, go ahead and complete your story. Don't let these guys interrupt you. I'll
sorry.
Chat again.
I'm done.
No. I'm just saying it's you know, we were talking about restaurants, and that's one of my things is, I mean, you know, going out to eat is expensive. And if you go to a place and you're exploring it for the first time, which I love to do, I love to go to try different places and different food. But man, if it's terrible, you just took a big hit.
That's always
you know, or not a big hit, but you took a risk on something.
That's why, like, I always feel that same thing. Like, I go, even if I'm going to the restaurant I've gone to on a regular basis, you still end up ordering like the same one or two things, like on a regular basis. Yeah, I'm looking at the whole menu, but at the end of the day, I order the same one or two things because I know that's good, because I don't want to spend the money on something that's not good, right?
Yeah, I'm like, do I want to risk it? I'm like,
that you know what that is? That's us old cranky men right there. Because those other people are more adventurous. They'll try whatever. Oh, hey, this sounds interesting. I'll try this. But no. I'm going to go with this. You know, let me go with the New York strip medium, because I know you can't fuck that up too hard. And if you do,
you can.
Well, no,
you can.
But if you do, I know I have a valid.
No pink.
I know it's you and not me.
Right.
Better not have any pink.
Let me get a New York strip medium. Next thing you know, it's well done. You're like, yeah.
Well, yeah. Then
do that.
I'm not saying you can't screw it up, but I know that it's not just, you know, it's a solid known entity, right? You know, you should know what no matter where you go.
Well there.
And it's somebody screws it up, it's because they fucking screwed it up. It's not just because I don't like this flavor profile or something.
Right. We go to this diner down the road occasionally, and there's like at least 4 items that I can guarantee are going to be good.
Good for you.
And I'm just, you know, the rest of them, I'm like, I don't know. And my mother was visiting us, and she got these like fried oysters. And I said, look, can I just try one? It was horrible. I was like, I can't believe you're going to eat it. She goes, there's nothing wrong with these. I'm like, this is terrible. The batter's terrible. The flavor's terrible. I mean, I was like, I pray you don't get sick in my house, Mom. This is terrible. But she's like, you're overreacting. I'm like, no, I'm not. This is bad.
There's a restaurant, you know, like even like a chain restaurant like Outback, right? I go there, like I'll look at the menu, and like almost all the time I'll look at, you know, the pork chops sound good, but I've never once had the pork chops there.
The pork chop is good.
I'm sure it is, and they look
really
good. But I'm always at the same time, but then there's a steak, or on a few occasions I've done their lamb. Their lamb chops are really good too. But it's like, oh my God, but there's this.
I go to Outback, it's Kookaburra wings, man. I gotta get me my wings.
Those things drive me crazy, because like you can get they bring you you go Kookaburra wings. Okay, do you want a mild or spicy? Well, get me the fucking spicy. And they come to you and they got like almost no heat whatsoever. It's like, you guys have the mildest idea of what spicy is I've ever seen in my life. And it's not just me going, oh, you eat spicy food, Rob, so you don't think it's no. I mean, literally, black pepper has more spice than there are spicy Kookaburra wings.
Right.
Agreed.
Right.
Well,
they're not gonna. They're
sometimes
like, you
can
know,
bite a piece of black pepper and it's a little spicy.
I still love those wings.
So
Lemon onion.
Going back to the steak, I am married to a vampire. So this no shit. So we were gonna have steaks on Saturday, and this is what my wife will say. She goes, "Nah, I just want you to just put it on the grill for like, and I want you to count like 3 Mississippis, and then flip it, and then count 3 more Mississippis, and then
put some lines.
Take it off now.
Just get the lines to start to form on the steak."
But there's I'm not I can't do that either. I don't mind a little pink, but
A
man,
tiny little bit is fine. It's fine. But like if it comes back and it's really pink, I'll straight tell them like, look, I can't eat this.
Well,
like,
yeah.
I can't dine with you.
I mean,
I just
what is it that
Look,
guy said in the movie? He's like,
I die a little every time I cook steak here because my wife wants it medium well, and that
Yeah.
kills me a little bit inside every single time.
just eat
But-
sushi, bro, or just eat the meat
No, no, no.
raw.
Look,
just
no,
eat
don't
it
get,
raw.
hold on. I don't order my
tartare
steak.
it.
Yeah.
I do not order my steak raw or rare.
And
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm a
medium
medium
rare.
guy myself.
I mean, well, I order it medium because they always. If you order it medium rare, it comes out way too rare. So when you go to a restaurant, you have to you just deal with it at medium. But I like the steak at 130 to 133 degrees internal temperature after it's done resting. That is medium rare. Perfect.
My wife is like, kill it, dehorn it, wipe its butt, and then bring it to me.
God.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
oh my
Ugh.
God, you're a vampire.
Well done. It's
So disgusting.
ugh. Well, the thing
Ugh.
is, you have to try it to know that. I know a lot of people that just eat well done. Someone I know that's a family member, and I tell her all the time, it's like you got to try it medium. It's just better. It's like, no, I want it well done. Cook my meat. There's a great SNL bit on this lady that she wants her steak like well done. She's like, cook my meat. You got to see it. It's actually
Yeah, Mark, how do
pretty
you
funny.
order your
Yeah.
vegetables?
DJ, you're correct. Any meat, not just steak, whatever, continue when it's take it off the heat, it'll continue to go for a while. That's why in a proper restaurant, if you order it medium, they're going to take it off while it's still medium rare, and the steak should sit and rest 8 to 10 minutes before it's served, and during that time, it can, depending on the temperature you were cooking at, it'll rise anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees during the time, and you take it off. So like when I cook for competition stuff and you're trying to hit a particular set, you have a point where you take it off early, and then you let it rest, so that way it continues to come up and it finishes at the temperature and the doneness level that you want to serve. So yeah. See, Bunny's how do you order your vegetables?
I don't eat
Why are you
vegetables.
spell my name with a C like I'm a serial killer?
It's like he doesn't even know you do.
I don't know.
Maybe he was asking that other Mark.
He's got to be asking someone else.
Just don't eat vegetables is the way to go.
I like grilled or sautéed vegetables.
Medium rare, especially for fillet. I'm not a big fillet guy. I don't like the texture for some reason. Ooh, kitty. Oh, you want to eat cat? That's weird.
Not this one.
I think he was referring to the cat that was passing by.
I know. I was just.
Oh,
Now
that's right.
DJ
It's your
Lynch
French
is, like,
name.
autocorrect.
Mache. He's spelling it in French, dude. It's Matic.
Mark is now Mark. Okay.
Matic. You are no longer Mark. You are
Oh,
Matic.
good gracious!
Mark.
Here, blow me up. I'm gonna unbox these two things.
No one's gonna blow
What
you.
you just said?
What?
I'll blow you, dude.
Thanks, bro.
Whoa, dude! You just said blow me up. What?
So this one's a random one from Whatnot. So I don't know what this is, but this other one, Trev, the shipping guru, sent me, and I'm pretty sure by the feel
Nothing
of the
wrong
box,
with eating cat, especially if you're from Melmac.
I think it's my girlfriend's first slab.
Did you see
You
what
best not
came
open
in
it.
that Nerdy Girl package? There's
Mm-hmm.
like I popped on Whatnot for like 15
I was in there when
seconds
you
and
won.
a giveaway,
Mm-hmm.
and she wasn't saying what the giveaway was, which I mean, like who cares? She was just doing a stream, just giving stuff away for her birthday. I don't know what I did with it. It went somewhere, but it was a cool book. I don't know. It's in the house somewhere. That's all I know.
What is this? That's the
He wins
mystery of
so
Whatnot.
much.
No, dude. Most of the time, so like most of the time, people just use Whatnot to just chill, and like hang out with chat and just live stream. They're not even
Whatnot has changed so much from what it was when
really I haven't been on it in so long.
Like how we're chilling, just doing this. That's what people do. They'll just chill and talk to chat.
That's what they do and whatnot.
Man, use painters tape.
Then why? What the fuck?
And then, because it builds a following, and then when they do have a show or do sell stuff, they have a following. But then they'll just, while they're chilling, talking to people, they'll do random giveaways. But this is Astrobots.
I love Astrobots.
Don't even know what this book is, but that's a dope cover.
Like
it's cool.
That's a Whatnot comic.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm liking it. It's a decent.
Like that.
Yeah.
Nice. And like I said, this one's from Trev. I'm gonna peek at this because I'm very curious, but I'm almost positive.
So you're not going to show us?
I'm going to show you, of course.
Oh, well, you said you were just going to peek at it. So I thought you were going to open it up on camera, but not let us see.
Well,
that'd be the most boring unboxing ever.
How does this open? I have to repackage this because I have to use it on a video.
They get tips. Why they get tips on what? Why the hell would I sit there and watch somebody and give them a tip?
Do get tips.
It's not like it's YouTube and I give them a super chat.
Like when I win, what's up, man? When I won those Spider-Man books from Comic Traders, they were more expensive books, so I tipped them $20 because just to cover shipping.
I was being facetious.
You can tip me $20.
Kyle, is that you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm
Sorry,
very tired.
What's up, baby?
Why are you tired? You're acting like it's not even 6 o'clock in the morning or something.
Found it, Durs.
I'm happy
to see you, Kyle.
I'm gonna show you guys first. I can't see it.
It's upside down.
That's the backside of the. That's the backside.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, Lady Durs will be pleased.
9.2 2023 reprint.
Oh, you're kidding,
Clip
bro.
that.
She's gonna go nuts.
Did you get that, Rob? That expression right there.
Hey, Durs, what year is on that book?
It's a facsimile.
It's a reprint.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still,
right.
dude, this is what this book is. What I was hunting for and looking at Heroes Con, and this is what sparked her now reading Spider-Gwen.
You know what?
So,
I was actually. I have a
That's
blank for that, and I was actually just thinking.
I gotta go, guys.
Take it easy. Ji-Hung Lee has just opened up his commission list for an upcoming event where you can mail in commissions. And I had last time they were open, I sent in a blank to Ji-Hung Lee to do a Spider-Gwen. And I was thinking about sending in my other Edge of the Spider-Verse blank to have him do a Gwenom, but I'm not sure. The torso's like $400. But look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. DJ Links, for the amazing birthday super chat buying Mark 4 comic books, maybe 5, depending upon the cover price.
I appreciate that.
He's gonna buy 5 saga books with that.
You can buy 2 annuals with that.
Yeah, that's like one of the nicest Venom covers
that's
I've
fire.
ever seen.
I was trying to win that too.
Like
Love
classic
that.
size and design, but just done in this beautiful painted version. Like,
I like the blue and red shadows. It
looks great, doesn't it?
Who's the artist on that?
That's Greg Horn.
Is it?
No way, that's Greg Horn.
That's Greg Horn.
No.
I think it's a Epic Nation exclusive.
Yeah,
it's definitely epic.
That
it's
doesn't
proof
look like
that proof that every once in a while a blind squirrel finds a nut.
I like blind nuts. Let's go back to that.
Every once in a while, a blind nut makes you gives you visibility. What I don't know.
Thank you again, DJ Links, for the $20 super chat, and thank you to Bert who sent the $5 super
20
chat in.
Turrocks.
Good morning to the homie. Esteban has arrived. Thank you, bud.
Actually, Turok's gone up a little bit. I think you could only get 15 with that.
That's true.
Comic Viking, no, I'm not on Whatnot, so if you're on it at all, you're on it more than me.
I was on it, and then I realized if you stay on those things, you get into trouble. So
you just win everything.
I need to figure out. You know what? You need to do a YouTube Durs on how to win stuff.
I've been thinking about taking a picture of this. There's like 30, maybe 40 packages unopened right there.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Good morning, the
you like that guy?
You want to doubt me?
You like that guy that
it's Pixar. It didn't happen.
What was that movie, Rob? With not Weird Science, but it's the
for you.
Holy shit.
Real Genius.
Real Genius. like the guy from Real Genius. Remember the first Genius that is down in the basement that just plays all the Frito-Lay?
No,
if you
dude,
spend all your time just hanging out and entering things, eventually you win.
Dude, it's called like me and the girl will be watching a movie. I'll just enter a giveaway, and it's on my phone or like on my phone. I can if I'm like editing a video, I enter a giveaway. I minimize the tab, and it's super small on my phone. I can just edit a video or watch YouTube, but I'm still in the giveaway.
Your problem, Jim, is you're like me. You do a task, you do that one task, you do it well, and then you move on to the next task.
Or you'd be like me and have ADHD brain and do 15 things at the same time.
This is the last giveaway that I won.
Nice.
Station.
It's really dark. I'm not going to turn on the lights yet, but I won.
That's fire.
I won
perfect timing too. For
Yeah.
DJ.
Oh shit, that's that Biggie Deadpool.
Yeah.
What's up, Kyle? How you doing? Virtual hugs, brother.
Thank you, man. I'm feeling really good. I finally got my
my
my restraining order case thrown out.
Virtual hand jobs.
So you're allowed around playgrounds again?
Wow.
I'm allowed to see my friends of 30 years, which is the biggest part. So, my neighbors, I have like an 85-year-old neighbor, and I used to hang out with her like every other day. And
So they dropped the elderly abuse charge.
Because she had popsicles
Yeah.
in her basement.
Is she a gilf?
What? No, she's just really nice. I've known her since I was a little kid.
You like popsicles? I got a whole freezer full. Come
But
on
yeah,
over.
my dad
Hey
was
there,
accusing
Kyle.
me of elderly abuse, and
You fat
he
fuck.
just used the restraining order to kick me out of the house, and I got it thrown out, and now I can like actually start my life again. So feeling pretty good.
Nice,
Hey
man.
there, you strong arm.
One day at a time, bro.
Got any good
Yeah,
news?
absolutely.
For sure, man. Keep those positive
I'm
mindset.
excited for you, and don't get offended at our jokes that are bound to happen.
Oh, I'm like rubber with all that stuff. Anyways,
You
Rob,
still didn't answer if she was a gilf.
probably not.
Oh, okay.
You said probably. That's not a no. That's
Yeah,
good.
it's not
I don't know. I'm more
For the
into
right price,
intellect
Kyle
than looks.
Kyle would do everything.
Lethal
Yeah, absolutely, Rob.
Just unboxing random stuff.
Them gum jobs.
Rob, what's the
Can't beat that.
special nature of the word facetious that you used earlier?
Facetious. It's
Yeah.
just
Specifically the special nature, not the
I
definition.
don't remember
not
what the
meaning,
special
not the
nature was.
research, the special
So
nature.
facetious is the only word in the English language that uses every vowel in order.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That's
I
awesome.
don't even know if you're telling the truth, to be honest. You could be facetious.
Facetious, if you say facetiously, then it also incorporates the Y.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Dude, that's awesome.
the man
thought about that.
who facilitated for me the only triple signed copy of Parallel, Mr. Justin Burge. How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, it's the third brother.
Wow, those shelves are looking
Oh,
mighty
just like that, he's
thin.
gone. All right. Well,
Gee,
hell
big F you to us, huh?
He muted and left.
He said it was a secret, Rob. It was a secret.
until I unveiled it.
Wow.
He just blew it for him.
It was funny though when I initially told him, and he goes, "How the hell did they verify my signature?"
Hey, Rob, do you have an update on that book that you had like 24 signatures on?
Oh, the anniversary book you're working on.
I haven't gotten any new signatures in a while. The wrong one. I took it with me to Heroes Con because there was going to be opportunity for a few more signatures.
Yeah, that book.
But when I was there, I couldn't find the two individuals that were there. That were supposed to be there. Trad Moore and Stephanie Rue were both supposed to be there.
Shout out to
Cool name, Trad.
Couldn't find them. And so I didn't get any signatures. So it'll have to wait till next Heroes Con or maybe Fan Expo if any of them show up there, but I doubt it. So
Gotcha.
Heroes
Ooh,
Con 2020.
I'll take that
that
one.
Oh,
Claim that
That's
one.
nice, dude.
People are getting
Yeah,
really
you can
simple with backgrounds
Send
now.
me that one. Go ahead.
that's definitely a Gary B book, huh, Jim?
No. Screw that guy. He we weren't. He didn't even have a show last night. He had to be all special.
So Durs,
So,
did
you
you
know,
did you win that one too?
You're muted, Durs.
Yeah, you
Durs,
did.
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
I want to look at this one because judging from the seller,
But did you win it?
Yeah, I won this one. Yeah,
Well,
this
that's
is
a great.
this
That's
isn't
a
a.
great.
Go ahead.
I would say that's great. You want to know a nice, interesting segue? Is that in actually about 2 hours on my channel, there's gonna be a video dropping about my 1,500 subscriber giveaway, and that I'm going to be giving away these two books to one lucky winner.
nice.
Oh, the
ASM
first
2.
and second appearance of Venom.
Hey,
First
you
of-
watch your mouth, Mark, with a C.
So these will both be going to one lucky winner,
That
and
is
the
some shit
details
Mark with a C
the
would say.
details will be on that video that drops in just 2 hours on my channel.
Fire.
Along with that, there's also a challenge because I'm only about 17 subscribers away from the 1500, so that's an easy one. But
What's the
then
significance of that book?
18, okay, 17,
Yeah,
18.
I just unsubscribed.
Thank you. But then there's
I want to be the
then there's
1500th.
there'll be a push element to it that if by the end of September, because I'm going to do the giveaway in October, during September gives everyone's chance to enter in. But the push giveaway will be if we get to the second tier before the end of time.
Yeah.
This is a Perillo
Yeah.
Moon Knight #1 Virgin variant signed by Perillo. This is
I
a witnessed. This is a witnessed signature, by the way, not a verified signature. It's a witnessed Perillo signature.
I
Whitman,
thought that
his
was
neighbor,
Darth
signed it.
Vader for a second.
That's awesome. It does look
and
Darth
it gets the Only Slabs logo sealing the beautiful
Nice.
clear baag like that.
Ooh,
All
I
of them
should
do
go-
actually.
You
should go put on
branding
my Only
maniac.
Slabs shirt.
Branding. So yeah. Anyways, I was thank you for the little thing, guys. I just want to take your segue about giveaways and talk about an upcoming giveaway. You can it'll be at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, or 8 a.m. Pacific. That video will drop on my channel today.
Now,
That
when you do your 1500th giveaway, are you gonna do it like at 9 a.m. to
Jesus
support
Christ.
your Vietnamese contingent?
Yeah.
No, actually,
Shout
so
out to
the
Vietnam.
actual drawing for the winner and stuff will be done on the October 7th episode of Only Slabs.
Nice.
So
Man,
it'll
now
just
you
be-
guys make me a FOMO. I didn't do a 1500 subscriber. I'm a piece of shit.
well,
200.
subscriber.
Durs, I'll send
fine.
out my address to you for
If
that
you're-
black cat.
Oh,
You don't want that.
I was
That's
getting ready to say.
bad.
I mean, if you want it, it's pretty nudie inside.
Oh, I'm wearing my Taylor Winder shirt.
It's not your average comic
Mm,
book on the inside,
dude.
Jim.
Dude,
I like the way
got-
Durs
you know what
wrote
these
that. Oh, I
are?
didn't do anything
These
for
are
my
boobs.
1500. Well, thanks, Durs. I know that you passed me by. Thank you.
No,
I like-
I like to make sure that I'm
Jim's
staying on
qualifying
Segway for
himself.
giveaways.
No, you know what? If you're earning them at the rate that you're earning them, then there's no need to, right?
I just don't want to.
I actually meant to announce mine a while ago because I was going to use it for a 1500 subscriber push. By the time I finally got the book, because there was some
An
fallout with
AMC book.
the first copy of the book that I had ordered, it was suspect, and I
They
had to
gave
send
it up
back
for the movie.
and
Okay,
get another copy. By the time I got them all to be able to show them off and do the video, I was almost at 1500. So it was like, okay, we're just going to do the giveaway, and then I'll throw in another book in case we can get to a 1600 before October 7th.
Nice.
No.
Okay, I just
have-
want to make
I've
sure
got
I don't miss
3K,
anything.
and I'm not sure when I'm going to announce it. I'm trying to use the rest of this week to announce the Legion loot that's Sunday. I don't want to like crisscross stuff.
Yeah, cross streams.
Yeah, and I don't like to over post. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I like to kind of stick to the schedule and not
Yeah, get out of here. Mark doesn't like the overpost.
I don't post a lot of stuff. Look,
Hey,
I
yeah,
try to post
sure.
daily, but some days I only post
Hey,
like
Rusty.
maybe once a day.
You got to pace yourself.
Oh, that's
Don't know
cool.
that one.
Never seen that before.
Yo,
Shadow
DVH.
Raid.
So DVH just says just read Big Game and all of Nightclub. Nightclub was absolutely fantastic, and Big Game
Oh,
last
yeah.
week.
I love
Big Game was my read of the week easily.
Interestingly, one of the things you'll be able to get at Comics Hearing Cancer is a copy of Nightclub #1 signed by the
That
cover
was my
artist.
read of the,
D,
that was my
dude.
read of the
Nice.
week. The Big D.
Justin Birch, how are you today?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can.
No,
We can.
He says no.
The audio
works.
master.
Did he
Roger,
say something?
you're coming in loud and clear, sir.
Hooray!
It's a lot of trade paperbacks.
I've been going in on the Miller World stuff.
Comics
Same,
are really
I'm
heavy,
so-
to be honest.
So
I'm tired of
we've
lifting
established that we
boxes.
can hear you, but can you hear us? Because you didn't answer the question of how are you today?
I am good. I am well. Thank you for asking.
That is deep. Thank you.
How was
Well,
school
as
today,
deep.
Justin?
How was school?
Ooh, Mark,
Lady-
I like that one. That's
Usually the response to how was school. Yeah, it's good.
what's his
Your
name?
command.
Lady F approves of your shirt, Justin.
Yeah,
Mm,
it's kind of old. It's starting to fade and chip.
yeah.
Yeah, that's so is my Legion of Comics shirt, unfortunately. But
Oh, you want to see my Only Slab
That's
shirt?
fine. You can go to legionofcomics.shop and get more.
Now, Justin, is that
That's
shirt
true. That's a good point.
officially licensed, or are you bootlegging like I am right now?
Oh, please be bootlegging. Please be bootlegging.
No, it is not a bootleg.
Ah, you suck.
You know what
Oh,
else isn't
neither is
bootlegged?
mine. I was trying to catch you out there. Yeah.
You know what else isn't bootlegged? Is the official Comics Curing Cancer merch available on fatstacksmerch.com. We have multiple Comics Curing Cancer shirts, mugs, etc. available for your
Way to
support.
step on my dick right when I mentioned my merch store.
Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
My merch store isn't
In
related
our
to
defense, I was
comics.
supporting Comics Curing Cancer.
Rob, you're out there in
Umbrella strikes.
California,
It's a
man.
random
Those
number.
guys
12.
aren't working right now. The actors aren't working. The writers aren't working. We should be able to get one or two
Nobody's
of them
working.
on the show.
Rob
Comics
works, the
Curing
rest
Cancer.
are
Just say, look,
striking actors
you're
at
not
home.
doing anything right now. You're not making any money. At least come and do some charity work for Christ's sake. Make it
Just
happen,
give
Rob.
your
Come on.
time.
I
Rob,
don't know
Rob,
these
head down
people.
to the picket
I'm not
lines
in
and-
I'm not in Southern California. That's a Kyle thing.
The
Right,
Rock
Kyle,
is
make
probably
it
serving
happen,
people
Rob.
coffee.
Dude,
Go out
I
there and
just
find
got my
us-
life on the right track. You gotta give me like a week
We'll
to
be
get
gonna
my head
harass
right.
actors.
Man,
What can we get?
you see Kyle on TMZ getting beat up by like fucking
It's
some
Shia
random
LaBeouf.
B-lister.
No
Yeah,
shit.
Shia LaBeouf, like, get away from me.
Go down there. Go down there to where the
Now
protest is.
I'm the ShamWow guy.
I'll show
And,
up at. Actually, Shia has a theater group that he does in Hollywood. Oh no.
Not
It's more
him.
like it's more of like in Compton. Um,
makes sense.
and he's there like once a month or something. I can go stalk him there, get him on the show.
It sounds
Go
like
to
you
Fru-
already have.
Go to Feruza Box occult
Get
shop.
Lizzo on. He's
No,
obsessed with this
I
lizard
was
thing.
volunteering, giving food to the homeless, and some people were talking about the theater while I was over there.
You were taking food from the homeless? What's wrong with you, you madman?
Yeah,
That's so wrong.
that's exactly what I was doing.
Well,
What's it called? I was actually giving like random merch to them from random.
Speaking of
various-
merch,
one of my friends worked for Newport cigarettes. Is that the green one?
Yeah.
So we're giving out like all these highlighter green sweaters and shit out to everybody when it was cold. But it's not cold anymore, so.
You say you're stealing food from the homeless? That's what you said, right?
No, that's what DJ said.
no, that's what DJ confirmed. I saw you.
I heard
okay, yeah,
something. I just heard something I stole from the homeless.
There can be a way to clip what I just said to make me look like a total asshole. So yes.
Somebody told me they saw Kyle was like, give me your half-eaten sandwich from the trash can.
That's how I got sick doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't take food out of the trash.
Facts.
Yeah, no, that's I wouldn't do that. Luckily, we're all fortunate enough not to have to do that.
Yeah.
I'll rob somebody before I ever had to do that. If I'm homeless, if I'm that desperate, I'm going down with the ship.
That's an interesting.
That is, isn't it?
He
didn't say I'm going in Sam's Club or Costco and just
Yeah.
grabbing the food that's just.
That's
sitting
no,
there.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm robbing like something. I'm robbing.
I mean,
food.
You said someone.
Well,
have-
sorry, someone, something. Not gonna.
I have a
rob
lot of.
someone.
I have a lot of
You're violent, you
sympathy.
start eating till the cops get there to pick you up to take you to your other 3 meals.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're just in the grocery store, just
I'm just
grubbing
chilling,
down.
eating, waiting for my month's worth of free rent.
My younger brother worked in Costco's biggest competitor over here on the East Coast, which is BJ's. I love BJ's, by the way. BJ's are great. So he
I
worked
love
at
BJ's
BJ's.
too.
Yeah.
I'm clipping that shit.
And that's how he ate every day. He would just go to the different stations and get samples because he was too cheap to spend money on like lunch. So he'd be like,
Bro,
sure.
That's a
this the
hustle,
ice
man. If
skater?
you're building grown up saving money.
Former ice skater,
Former ice skater, full-time sampler.
former Disney cast member as of last week.
How do you
in Star Wars.
how do you get full off of samples?
Eating a lot of
A lot
samples.
of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't they like tell you to go away after you have like 4 or 5?
I mean, there's different stations. So the ratios. So the ratios is like 8 samples equals 1 meal. So-
That's why they change shirts. And put on
You could have
wigs.
like pickled onion, and then go over here and have some
Cracker and
chips
cheese.
that are cracker and cheese. And then you go over there and you have like
half a piece of sausage.
He'll
I
put
like-
on his glasses. He'll
Tuna
take his
fish.
glasses off. He'll put on a hat.
Yeah.
His fake mustache. I'll sample your wares, please.
Excuse me,
One
my good sir.
Lord.
By any chance, do you have any samples that I may try?
He shows up
You're like,
on
"Were
top
you
of
just
somebody
here?"
in a
Oh
trench
no,
coat.
you might be thinking of that other man. That looks very similar to me, but that is definitely not me.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? The Key and Peele continental breakfast thing.
Meh.
So DJ, you're not at work, are you?
I'm working from home right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so today is Friday.
Like me, baby. Yeah.
Your couch looks uncomfortable.
So this is the most uncomfortable couch in the world, but it looks really cool.
It looks cool, but it looks super
So
uncomfortable.
style over substance. Got it.
Always. That's why that's why my feet are always hurting from my
It's a
sneakers.
working couch.
Yeah, so when
Whereas-
we have to buy a new one. We had this for about like whatever.
I'm all about comfort over style. Thanks.
But when we bought it, like we went to the store, so you could separate it too. So when we have people come over, we just
You
like
gotta keep
slide
it
pieces with them.
separated.
And no, when we bought it, legit, I was like, yo, this is the most uncomfortable shit in the world. But whatever, it looks pretty cool.
I bought mine at Lazy Boy because it was super comfy, and it still is.
Ooh.
There you go,
nice.
DJ. Mortal Hawk.
Hey, that's the Greg Horn.
Because when I first got married, I bought furniture that was stylish, I thought, and it was uncomfortable shit. And then I said, you know what, the hell with this. When I got older, I'm going to get what I know is comfortable. I'm going to Lazy Boy.
Facts.
Yeah, we need to get it. We were looking at you ever heard of Love Sack? Not to be confused with testicles. Love Sack?
No, I can't say.
Oh, is this those giant beanbag things?
No, it's not. So it's just a sofa company, right? So every piece is modular. You can mix and match, but it's dope.
It don't
so
sound right,
they
Rob.
put
I don't know what modular means.
in the sofa. So
Don't
the
sound
different
right,
pieces.
Rob.
So like this is modular. So it's 3 pieces. That piece, and then
Yes.
there's another piece there. But it's like
Okay.
an L shape. But the Love Sack is the same deal.
The
then you can mix and
love
match it.
sack is a little old place where
You can pull off the fabric, but inside you can get it custom made. So you could put in speakers inside in the hand rest or whatever it's called on the ends. You could put in built-in like phone chargers where you just rest your phone on it. But then you have to tell people it's Love Sack.
That's right.
Do you have to plug it into the wall?
Yeah, you have to plug yourself into the wall for the chargers. Mhm.
Well, there you are then. So Justin Birch, what you working on? A love sack?
Yeah, it's actually Attack of the Love Sack.
Nice. Have you
That's
figured out
that's what I got arrested for.
Have you figured out where to put the word bubble?
Yeah.
In the sack area.
Nice.
Yes,
I do like that.
Nice.
I was confused though. Like, so you posted that like. Were you saying that on my post when you posted yesterday that the triple signed parallel book was like your least favorite book?
Yes.
Why would the book that you work on be the least favorite book? I would think that would be like near the top.
Well, it's because I'm mediocre at best. So
okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's a good that tracks.
Yeah.
Never mind. All right. If it was somebody else,
I'll
I can
agree to
understand that.
disagree on that one.
Better than me.
guys
That's for leaps and bounds.
Honestly, if I
This is
didn't know Justin, I wouldn't have.
This is called a style of humor. That's
know.
all that's as for those of us that are let's just be honest, old and white. The only thing that we have left is self-deprecating humor. It's the only making fun of ourselves is all that we have left. That and even then we get called out on it. So
I like
you're too hard on yourself. You're not that bad. No, come on, dude.
It's just instinctive to me. As soon as I hear that, it's just like, man, give yourself
I get it.
credit.
JB, I'm with you, man.
I don't get that
There you
humor.
go. Ben
I don't
Parker.
really-
Jason Douglas is an awesome guy.
Yep.
I mean, he
He's like,
explains it
Justin
in this,
Birch,
doesn't
no,
he?
but
I don't
Jason
understand
Douglas, yes, he's an awesome guy.
Those two other guys, yeah. Justin, not so much.
Not so much.
Although the only signature that I could read and know who it belonged to, because I could read silver, but I don't know who the hell it belonged to. I had to ask. I was like, "Who the hell's this?"
It's because I've stared at John Romita Senior's signature for so long that I'm like, I'm going to start printing mine on comics.
Well, as a letterer, it only makes sense. It would be rather obtuse if you had something that was illegible and that was your signature as a letterer.
Actually, I like that line of thinking, so I'm going to purposely start making it bad.
There you go. If you can say if you want to be able to read it, then you have to pay extra. That's what I get paid to do. Otherwise, you get a scribble and you'll like it.
I'm a lot of things, but obtuse.
See now,
no.
Justin, are you going to Baltimore?
Yeah, I'll be at Baltimore.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's 100% there, Scott. Yep,
Or I'd bring this with me and get you to sign
That's
it.
what I got. That's what I bring to
Will
the
you not be
table.
there this year?
No, I can't. I
Good
got
morning,
some
Southern
stuff
Comic
that came up money wise, and our
Morning
anniversary is
show.
at the end of that month, and we're already spending money
Hey,
to go on a trip.
but you found a ring to give your wife for her anniversary, so you're all good.
Oh, I totally used that already. Are you shitting me? That was the first thing I said. Babe, look what I found for you for our anniversary. All is good. And she's like, yeah, okay. Rob, we're in sync, bro, right now. Because that was the first thing. When I texted her, I was like, babe, look what I found for your anniversary. She's like, is that real gold or is that some kitty ring? And I said, I think it looks real, and we'll have to get home and look at it. And
So it was worth way more than 5 cents. What you talking about, dear?
Yeah. So as soon as she
there's no Cracker Jack
look
box
at
ring.
it, she was like, yeah, this is good. But no, Justin, not this year.
Well, it doesn't help that they moved it to the beginning of September instead of keeping it at the end of October.
October, yeah, I kind of liked it where it was. I don't know why they're
They had to
they've
pull it
done
out
that
in
before,
October. They don't want to compete with Comics Curing Cancer, and they shouldn't, because October 20th through the 22nd, Comics Curing Cancer will be going on. That's going to be the comic book event of the year.
The CBC Award nominated Comics Curing Cancer.
That's right. And you can and if you want to know more about it, you can follow at Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram for all the updates as we go.
One of the donations, I'm going to take a pic after I get off the stream and send it to you guys.
Phenomenal, sir.
Yes, sir. Do what you want with her.
With the book or with
yeah,
Obi-Wan?
It's funny. So Chris Campana got back to me, and he's doing a sketch cover for us. But he was like, let me find a sketch cover blank. And I'm like, I'll send you a blank if you don't have one available. He's all, that would be great. So then I sent him a list of like, here's the blanks I have. So he goes, I'll do the Amazing Fantasy 15. So I'm sending him an Amazing Fantasy 15 blank. It's going out today. He's going to do. So obviously, I assume he's going to do a Spider-Man sketch cover that he's going to send back. So we'll have that. Chris Marinan sending a couple pieces of art. That's awesome.
Nice.
Justin Birch says that he's going to donate writing your name for you. So
I will write your favorite letter. Ampersands are out of the question, so don't ask.
Fuck, man.
Can I get my
No
initials?
ampersand. This is bullshit.
I'm out.
This is bullshit. Yeah, can't do it. Can't.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. It's for charity. I will do ampersands.
Nice.
Thank you.
Would you
I don't
do
know
like
what that word means?
Can I get a drawing? I'll have somebody else draw Cubert for me, and then you can just letter Cubert's little shit.
Wow.
Yes, I would do that.
Nice. I don't know if you know this, Durs, but Cubert was a video game character, and he hopped around on
the little yellow dude.
And he wasn't yellow. He was not yellow. It was Pac-Man.
No, he had a long nose. I know.
Yeah, it was like orange.
Yeah, it was like orange.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he would like put a little word bubble up, and it was like he was swearing or something.
I
I'm
can't
not sure if you were
even.
sure because you're pretty young, you know.
Dude, when it comes to video games, bro, I'm an encyclopedia, man.
I was
What is
really
ampersands?
hoping you were just going to say, "Oh yeah, that guy from Wreck-It Ralph."
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Wreck-It Ralph.
I'm an encyclopedia.
Speaking of a guy from Wreck-It Ralph, here's Ralph. How
Hello,
you doing there,
Nicholas.
Nick?
Good morning,
We're
everybody. Happy
donating
birthday,
these
Mark.
also,
What is ampersands?
along with my slabs.
Wasn't that the monkey from Why the Last Man?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Good morning, Nicholas. How are you today on this gorgeous Friday?
Cubert taught me how to cuss.
Doing well, Mr. GJ. Thank you for asking.
I actually really like
Yes.
your show, Nick. Two Nerd Dads.
Ben
I
Parker, you're
like-
correct.
You like my show? You sure the outro wasn't too long for you, Kyle?
It was a little long. It was like you said goodbye and then it stopped like 15 minutes later. It's easy to get distracted, especially when chat is on fire.
But here's the question: Is it a legit show or not? Does Nick delete it after it's aired?
No, it's a real show. I watch replays and stuff.
Well, I thought all real shows got deleted after they were on this.
I should do another late night comic rant. Maybe if I'm up late enough tonight, I'll do one.
Is that a real thing? Birch merch? I like that.
Birch merch.
Get your birch merch today.
It'll make you smirch. Get your birch merch.
I love birch merch. I have an affinity for like t-shirts with trees on them.
Birch merch, McGurch.
Does birch merch include padded shorts?
Wow.
Sure.
The ass on the front.
A tree grows in Brooklyn.
There you go. Birch merch.
Added shorts.
And a roll of packing tape on the holster.
Wow.
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Nice.
Is Mark having birthday cake already?
Mark is a birthday cake.
Is today his actual birthday?
Today is his actual.
It is.
Nice.
Cake.
We already established that all the people that share the same day with him is his Latina sister Gloria Estefan, the great writer. What did I say it was? The guy who wrote Tarzan, Edward Burroughs.
Edward R. Burroughs.
R.
Burroughs. And if you fuck with him, he will get his cousin Rocky Marciano to come and kick your ass. He also
nice. What about George Hinckley?
George Hinckley, isn't that the assassin? Would-be assassin?
No, that was the quote from Durz's video this morning. He quoted George Hinckley.
I have no idea.
And his wrestling person
made that
was
quote, bro.
Like
Bam Bigelow.
Somebody Bigelow.
DJ, we're
yeah.
supposed to watch each other's content.
Is that a plastic straw?
He's looking like a slice of birthday cake.
I tried.
That's
I
worth
thought
$1
we were
million
just supposed to
here in
put like
California.
mean comments in the.
No, I think we're supposed to watch each other's content for support.
Dude, I've been doing it wrong.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's probably why you're tied up in the basement right now.
I have Wi-Fi access though. It's pretty nice.
That's awesome. Being tortured by your guilt.
You got a McDonald's right next to you.
Good morning, Nick.
Wi-Fi.
Good morning, Mr. Legion. Happy birthday.
Thank you, bro.
Is that coffee?
Mark is a cool. Mark is a cool 28 today.
It's a Parliament of Mouths coffee.
All right, I'm gonna go brush my hair. I'll be back.
36 today, I think. Yeah.
Is that a dig on us?
You don't have to rub it in, Kyle. I know, right?
Fuck.
Jesus.
Jeez Louise, man, what a jerk.
I'm gonna go lay back down, guys. I appreciate you having me.
All right, I'll be right back.
There's your stick.
Yeah, bro. I've been up since like 6 a.m. throwing up, but then Mark was talking Star Wars, so I had
Watch
6
the new
a.m.
Ahsoka
He got him all worked up.
Yeah, I had to.
It's only 6:20 in the morning.
Herpes will do it to you.
17. Yeah, it will, bro. It's everywhere. It's an epidemic.
Thank you, Lee. I hope you're
Happy
doing
birthday,
good
Mark.
today.
I'm gonna watch the recap because I need to know what's in that box.
Oh,
Feel better,
speaking
Adam.
of that, there's this box.
Mm-hmm. You gonna open it? I'll hang out if you're gonna open it right
I'm
now.
gonna open this box, which is my birthday present to myself. on this stream today.
Okay, I'll watch it in 2 times speed from this point on. Have a great day, guys. Later.
I think Durs was just excited about all the ass soaker talk.
Yeah,
Oh, I haven't watched it. I gotta watch before tonight.
Did you check it out yet, Nick?
I did. I watched it the other day. I thought it was pretty decent. A good little action show.
Yeah, I think decent is a fair word. It's definitely not bad. It's just it's nothing that I would like watch and be like, "Yo, you got to check this shit out." No, it's just there.
Yeah, exactly. It was there. It was good. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
they
fine.
didn't botch it. That's for sure.
I'm more excited because I gotta try to squeeze it in tonight around in the mix tonight at 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Eastern, baby.
Yeah. So somewhere around that, because that's the most important thing to watch on Friday night.
Home of the GAI.
But somewhere in there, I need to get caught up. I got last night's episodes of things we do in shadows. I got to watch.
Yeah, so. I got about 10 minutes in before
that premieres on Friday.
I started to watch it last night, and then the commercials came on. And I realized I couldn't skip the commercials yet because it was the same day. The fucking I said, I'll come back to this tomorrow.
I watch it on Hulu, so it's on Hulu on Fridays, and like Paramount, Hulu, all these services.
Yeah, I have it on Hulu too.
For the non
same thing, version. but the day that it releases, you can't skip through the commercials. So I have to watch it today on Friday because it aired last night.
I didn't because I always watch them. Like I'm normally like a week behind because I think Mondays or like when I would go through like the list of shows I would watch, just bounce one to the other. And I thought that it says it comes out on Fridays, like if you're watching on the rewind.
Yeah, after on Fridays, it's available if you pay for the no commercials, you can see it with no commercials. Not everything on the platform, which is really annoying because I'll watch. There are certain things I go, oh, I'm going to watch this, and then forget it. I'm not watching this.
Yeah. So I have the package without the commercials, but you'll still get the ads for like anything that comes out like during that week span from its release.
That same day, yeah.
Or front end of the show, like they stuff you with a commercial. Like I don't care if it's a commercial for your own proper product.
I don't mind if it's the one at the front end. The other one that bugs me though is like obviously I watch wrestling.
You watch
Monday
wrestling?
night. I know. Hold on. So Monday night. So the way that sucks is so here on the West Coast, it starts at the same time, same hour, so it's tape delayed by the time I get it here. So Monday Night Raw as a 3-hour show is pretty freaking late at night for us out here on the West Coast still. It's just like it is for you guys. But I can't, while it's recording, I can't even if I come in like halfway through it, I can't fast forward through the commercials while it's an active show.
You can on YouTube TV.
Right, but I can't on Hulu. So I have to wait for it to end. And then it's too late to watch it that night. So then the next morning, whatever reason now, Hulu deletes the recording automatically and makes me go watch their posted condensed version.
I'm about to say my light bulb just came on. You're not watching this on Hulu. You're watching on the Hulu Live. You have your TV through Hulu, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Like I use YouTube TV and I only use Hulu as like a streaming service. I don't have
all my live TV, everything comes. It replaced my satellite service and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah. I use YouTube TV for that. And then like I have Hulu just as you would Paramount or HBO or whatever.
I thought me and the wife.
Although the Shadows doesn't post.
Although I got noticed today that apparently as of today I no longer have CW. Whoop-de-doo.
No.
I thought
where will I get my glittery vampire
TV,
shows?
You have all your locals.
Nick
I thought me and the wife were the only ones who called it Monday Night Raw.
Wow.
So do your offspring.
Get your birch mark today.
Like that, Nick.
Wow. I don't understand fast forwarding through the commercials. How do you know what products to buy?
Oh, I watch Instagram.
I know.
I scroll Instagram. I know exactly what products I should be buying, apparently. Or at least I know which ones I already bought.
I mean, in that case, I'm supposed to buy a Big Booty Latina.
There you go. Placeholder.
Shout out to Gloria Estefan.
That's right.
Shout out to Gloria Estefan.
So what other celebrities do you guys share birthdays with? I have Wesley Snipes and J.K. Rowling are mine.
I thought you were going to say Jaden Smith.
The only one I always remember off the top of my head is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Oh, shit. You could have just said Mozart. We would have known who you were talking about.
No. You're not allowed to say just Mozart. You must say
sorry.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Yeah, when you have a mustache like that, you got to say the whole thing.
It shows that you're sophisticated.
Oh shit! I have a bunch of people on my birthday.
I
Bill
have-
Maher.
Boring.
So I have Bill Maher, Rainn Wilson, who's Dwight from The Office, former heartthrob Lorenzo Lamas, Questlove from The Roots, Jenna Fisher, also from The Office. Britney Spears was actually born. Oh no, I'm a year older than her. Stacey Dash, Paul Stanley. I don't know who's that. Betty White.
You don't know who Paul Stanley is?
You know what? I think your search might be a little weird because those same names are coming up on mine, and that's not right.
Celebrities born on January 20.
On January what?
20.
Interesting, because I had January 20 something else, and it had those same people showing up too. So it was like a weird search.
I literally just put celebrities born January 20th. All right, let me go to a more condensed search.
The first one, because it's from sources across the web when it came up, and it was populating all kinds of Donna Reed, Jenna Fisher, all those things, and it's like those aren't actually all from this.
So all right, F this. Okay, I see what it's doing. It's just like it picked up in January.
January, yeah.
All right, I take it back. I thought my birthday was special. Fuck that, I'm out.
But that's interesting, DJ. That means our birthday, we're only a week apart.
I would say a week and 22 years, Rob.
That's possible.
Buzz Aldrin, I know he's on January 20th.
Evan Peters, David Lynch.
Yeah.
Skeet over.
Alan Cummings.
Robert Downey Jr. No, Robert Downey Jr. is not January 20th.
Omar Sy.
Chief Justice John Roberts is shares with me. There you are.
DeForest Kelly.
Oh, shout out to him or her. I don't know who's that.
Bones.
DeForest Kelly played Doctor on Star Trek.
Yeah, he was Bones, the original.
I've never Alexander the Great. There you go. That's mine.
George
Patton Oswalt.
That's badass, Jim. That's bad fucking ass.
Alexander the Great. Mad Dog Call, the Irish mob hitman. On my birthday.
Conqueror of Macedonia.
Oddly enough, you have 3 people in the same X-Men movie born on the same day.
Really?
Who's that?
Omar Sy, the guy who played Colossus, and Evan Peters.
Huh. Here we go. Edmund Hillary.
Shout out to Edmund. That's my guy.
Alexander the OK.
That's right.
Here we go.
That was in bed. He might have been Alexander the Great to everybody else, but to his wife, he was Alexander the OK.
So, do you know about Alexander the Great's what happened?
Hey, all I know is for me, I always liked Alexander the Grape.
So Alexander the Great was buried alive. So he got some disease that paralyzed him. So they thought he was dead, but he was just paralyzed. And then they buried him alive in his tomb or whatever.
Well, someone better get him out.
Right now, he might be okay.
You know what happened to Alexander the Grape, though? Alexander the Grape got this top cut and got eaten by me as a kid during the summertime. Love them Otter Pops.
Hey, Rob started his experimentation early.
That's right.
Nice.
Alexander the Grape was fine, though, but, actually, I like the green one.
Oh,
whatever the fuck.
I'm good.
Otter Pops.
Carlos Santana.
Nice.
I'm all right now. I had to check that.
Black Magic Woman.
Ladies and gentlemen, geek out with Roscoe in the house. Make sure you check out his mystery box just dropped. I don't know if they're all if there's any still available, but $100 with 15 shipping. You get 10 books plus an original Roscoe piece. One lucky person getting themselves a sketch cover.
I just call her Magic Woman.
I made sure I picked up mine. I even made sure that when I got the choice of numbers that I chose number 4 because that's DJ's number.
And that's why I didn't pick one up.
I refrained from that joke just so you could have it, DJ.
Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you, sir. You are the best.
I try. So how was the Wi-Fi last night?
Cool G. I'm Cool G Rap. whoever that is.
There you go.
Oh
Cool
wow,
Cool
that's
G.
some straight up 80s.
Whoever that is.
That's some 80s throwback, baby. Yeah.
Cool G Rap, possibly
Cool
the
G
most
Rap.
underrated, rapper in history. Cool G
Jigga
Rap.
Jim, you lose because you got the ill street.
Cool G
blues.
Rap.
I'm right in front of the front
Sandra
steps,
O.
thinking of a plan, looking like Raggedy Ann.
I don't remember.
Old school, that's old school days, man.
Sandra Sandra O.
I remember I got
All right, enough.
Cool G Rap's cassette along with like King's Son and
How about a
the
West
DOC. I think I got to pick them all up at the same time at the swap meet. Oh, and MC
He lost
Twist.
his
That was the
voice?
other one. That was, which one?
DOC before he lost his voice?
Yeah.
That's sad, right? And his first album is tremendous. First and only, right?
Yeah.
DOC. That first album is tremendous.
Diggy Doc, yo.
That was the same time, right? King's Son, they all had the same summer together, I think.
Yep. At least I just remember picking up all their cassettes at the same time at the swap meet. I just remember that.
Only to be eclipsed by Vanilla Ice at that time, I think.
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. That song still goes hard, man. Like whoever says that song is whack, like you don't know that shit. You throw that shit on in the party, people could be like, "Yo, that shit is whack," but it comes on and people will sing it and they'll whatever. And
Yeah,
they're like,
they have fun with it, right? It's like
So
the way
whack.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
every white person goes, "Oh, I know this song."
Get yourself a banana, Roscoe. Get yourself a banana.
I didn't steal that song. Theirs goes doom 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 doom. Mine goes doom 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 doom. It's like, all right, Vanilla Ice chill.
See, it's totally different.
And then he smiled.
That was a song born out of lust, too, between Mick Jagger and David
That was like my senior year in high school. That song. Oh no, junior year, I think.
Under pressure. Coming down on me.
All right. I got to go, Jet. I got to mentally prepare. I have to do I have to take the boy out for driving.
Is that what you call
practice? And man, it there's some times I'm grabbing inside that door going, turn, for the love of God,
How
turn,
old is
please
he?
turn. He's
How old is he?
20. He's 20. I don't know.
What's
man.
wrong with
they
him?
don't want to get their license. I don't even want to go into that. I've decided we're doomed.
They asked you a
very
question,
old
Digger.
man, and we are doomed.
Can they ride a bicycle though? Can they ride a
Yeah,
bicycle?
no, it's not about that. It's just
No.
I wanna,
because the reason I ask is this. Sorry. So I had the same thing. My kids weren't excited about learning how to drive. I kind of forced it on them. But like my youngest, who's now 19 or something, can drive a car now and does drive, but still to this day cannot ride a bicycle. Never learned. Didn't have any interest. Didn't want to learn. It was like these kids had no desire to do the things that we wanted to do. Yeah.
Right. I don't know if he can or can't, to be honest with you.
The trick is
I
when
think
you
he
ask
can.
them to take him somewhere, say no.
Oh, no. He came to me and straight up was like, we have to do this, Dad. He hates this job he's at so much because he walks to it. And he knows he can get better jobs
he
if
can only go so
drive
far.
to them. Yeah, he can only go so far. He can
Something
whatever the
finally
bus will
motivates
take
him.
him, or he can walk to. So he hates it so much. He was like, Dad, I need to get my license. And I was like, all right, well, here's what we got to do. And I have committed. This is my commitment to him. I'm like, bro, I'm off on Fridays. We're gonna do it every Friday at least, but we've been doing it like any chance we can. I say even if it's just for an hour, let's just go out here. And we haven't gotten on the interstate yet, but today is like country road driving. So we're gonna go up into the mountains and stuff because we're not really in the country, but we do have mountains. So he has to do some mountain driving.
I don't know. I think I was just weird. I rode in a car so many times from the time I was born to 15. I was like, I know how to drive. Just let me do it.
Same. I picked it up really quickly.
Yeah, it's just put me behind the wheel. You turn the wheel and you go and stop.
We had to learn.
I understand. Some people pick it up.
We weren't allowed to drive an automatic until after we got our license.
Learned how to do a stick shift first.
Like I remember,
and I learned in the mountain roads.
The first time I drove, I was in the car with my cousin. I had to be like 14, so I'm in the passenger seat. He pulls over, jumps out, steals a car, and is just like, "Drive this one home." And I was like, "I've never driven before," and legit, I had to. It was only like 4
Learn
blocks away.
fast or go to prison.
Yeah, and
Learn fast and go to jail.
and I had to drive. It was like 4 blocks away.
He pulled the Monopoly card on you.
That's how it was back in our days, Scott. Yeah.
So
that's true story. He was just like, just drive home. I was like,
the instructor for us when we were doing our city drive, and you did country, city, and the interstate, and we were in the city, and it's like, it's early in the morning. They did it like at 5 a.m. and stuff like that. So we're down there in the city of Richmond, and the kid that's driving, he's like, okay, turn right into this alley. He turns into the alley, and he says, I'll be right back. And he left. And he got, you see him go into the side of this building, and we're looking at each other like, what the fuck is he doing? And he comes back with this big box and sits in the passenger seat, and it's filled with food. He's like, yeah, I got my lunch and breakfast. Now go. And I was like, that's unreal. They would never do that now. But anyway, I got to go get ready for that. Happy birthday, Mark.
Godspeed, Jim.
I will see you guys tonight.
Rewind. Be sure to watch the rewind. At some point in the stream, I'm going to be opening this birthday present that I bought for myself.
Okay.
When are you gonna do it?
I'm going to check it out
on this stream.
I'll do it at 2x like Durst said. And I will watch you guys tonight on In the Mix.
Bango, Django.
Did you put me backstage because I was singing?
No, because you had walked away and disappeared for a while.
Fair enough.
We didn't want you to walk by with your dong.
And at the time, it was an uneven number of squares, and it was driving me crazy.
Fair enough.
See, Dr. Von Hoot says it's another Turok, right? That's the same thing that Louis guessed. I can't confirm or deny what it is until I open it. And to be honest with you guys, like, there's no reason why I'm waiting other than once you open it, like, it's open, like, for me, like, chasing stuff is really fun. And when you get it, like, it's immediately gone. You're like, now what the fuck am I going to be after?
Yeah, now you just don't have a reason for living.
It's that chase.
Yeah, but the thing is
that I've, like, I think for, like, a good 2 solid years, I'm like, dude, I want that book. I need that book. And I got it.
But there is always something immediately after.
You definitely don't need it, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's almost like you could make a series of Monday videos of opening these crazy books that you've been chasing, that you want, and one after another, keep getting that next dopamine hit.
What's on like your
crowd tonight? No, Jason, I'm not going to Golden Crow tonight because it's a crazy work weekend and my birthday fell on a Friday.
Hey, you get out at 1, right?
So we went to Golden Corral last night. So I'm sitting here still with a full stomach from Golden Corral.
I love Golden Corral. Whenever I go to Florida to visit my brother, I'm like, yo, let's go to Golden Corral. He's like, why the fuck do you want to go to Golden Corral? I was just like, yo, because we don't have buffets up here.
Yeah, we don't have them where I'm at either. It's like when I go, like, I want to go to Cracker Barrel. People go, why do you want to go to Cracker Barrel?
Why go to Golden Corral when you could just steal a car?
You can steal a car and then drive to Golden Corral.
Take it to Golden Corral.
Okay, they'll never check there. That's wild.
Yeah, no.
I love Golden Corral.
Ooh, fun fact: 80% of the cars in the Golden Corral parking lot are stolen.
That's probably true.
Seabizzle dropping a big one for you. What if it's All American Comics number 16? That'd be a spicy meatball.
What a freaking name! Couchin' and Slouchin'.
That's my guy, Seabizzle.
Well, that's like saying, "Oh, promiscuous time traveler."
Yeah,
what a name!
Promiscuous time traveler.
When I'm new,
promiscuous.
When I'm new in people's chats, they always like comment on my name.
You see, look at this
whore from the future.
Been around for a while. Just because you haven't been doesn't mean he's new. We have Jerome's another local phase, nothing franchise.
What's on your short list of books to get, like your next 5 or next 3 or whatever?
Me?
Anybody? Let's start with Justin.
Hold on, I need to make a list. Give me a second.
Oh shit!
Me, it's easy. That'd be like Marvel Spotlight 5, Brave and the Bold 28, and then fill in the blank with like whatever's just like itching my brain that week kind of thing. But I picked up my House of Secrets, and so the Brave and the Bold 28, House of Secrets, and Marvel Spotlight 5 have really been like the three bigger ones because they just finish runs. They complete all like that completed everything Swamp Thing, getting that one, getting that Brave and the Bold, and then like the second appearance of the Justice League would complete all the Justice League stuff, and then getting Marvel Spotlight 5 pretty much complete all the Ghost Rider stuff. So I just want to close those out, and I don't want to get the second Justice League with the cock rocket before the first one.
Before the first one.
Dead set on getting the first one first.
I had to get the better looking cover first, but
what is it, Rob?
I had to get the better looking cover first, so I got Brave and Bold 29 first.
You're high on fucking bath salts if you think that's a better cover than Starro.
I absolutely do. It's got a robot on it. That's all that matters.
A cock rocket on it. I agree with you. It's a nice cock rocket.
Yeah.
But a Starro for the win, homie. I love you some Starro.
Well.
Yeah.
I'll say this. So I know that Brave and the Bold 28 is a book that I'm watching. I don't know.
Did you just pull out a spreadsheet?
I'm looking at my app.
Oh,
I have a bunch, dude. I have a bunch of books. So I have, first of all, I have a bunch of books on my list that I'm watching at any given time, looking for the right deals, and when the right deals. So I'm always monitoring a whole bunch of different books that I'd like to pick up. So that's how I can acquire all these books, is because I buy them when the best deal pops up. Anyway, I'm not fixed on any one book. I actually don't keep it in a spreadsheet, though. I actually have it on a sticky note, one of those, not a physical sticky note, but one of those, the computer sticky notes on my monitor is where I normally keep it. But I'm on my work.
Nerd. I immediately pictured those detective webs, and Rob's Grail is in the middle, and he's trying to figure out how to navigate.
There's strings connecting them, right? Yeah. But I'm on my work computer, so I had to go to my short box app to look at the ones I'm watching. Fantastic 452 is on the list.
Nice,
I've probably also higher on the list is Avengers 8, Heroes for Hire 1. You opened up your Hero for Hire 1 the other day, and I was like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!" But I've been looking for like an 8.0 for some reason. There's a 7.5 I'm looking at, but I really want like an 8.0 copy. So I've been.
Let me just say how that happened, right? So with the Heroes,
why gloves on? Time out.
I'm about to go murder someone. So I don't know. They were just here. Don't if you have gloves in front of you, don't you just want to put them on?
I don't ever have gloves in front of me. I'm in Georgia.
No matter what's in front of me, if it's an article of clothing, I'm gonna wind up putting it on. So it just happens to be gloves this time. The other day it was a cup.
God, it's not a human in front of you.
Yeah, that would be weird. So Rob, because you mentioned the Heroes for Hire, so I picked up the Heroes for Hire. What was the other two? Heroes for Hire, Defenders number 1,
Hero for Hire. Yeah.
Heroes for Hire, Marvel feature number 1, and then something else. Yeah, son of a. Oh, and the Demon. So the way that worked, I had money.
Demon was great. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, you had money. You're burning a hole in your pocket.
Yo, I literally go to Erod and I was just like, "Yo, how much for that? Like, what do you got? Whatever." And he was just like, "Whatever." And I was just like, "I have this," and he was just like, "All right, fine." I was like, "Here you go." And then I just walked away.
That was like my Iron Man 55 and my Avengers 57 at San Jose Con. I had walked around that place a couple times. And it wasn't really like a lot of stuff was jumping out at me. And I was back at the one booth at this one guy that I actually had a good rapport with. And I'm like looking at all his wall and okay, well that book and that book, those are I'm interested in. All right, what can we do if I do this book and this book? And then I'll also let me pull all these other books out. And we just did do a bundle. It's like, okay, I got this much money. I'll give you cash. But I think there's a bunch of different books on my list. That Hawkman 4, Marvel Premiere 1. There's a bunch of books I've got on my list that I'm looking at, but I say like the ones that I'm more interested in are probably been Hero for Hire 1. That one's been fixated in my head ever since Heroes Con. It's been kind of just sitting there.
That's a really affordable.
It is, but I want an 8.0, and so it's been. And there was one, or at least. I got it in my head because I saw an 8.0 at a certain price, but I missed out on it. And so now I'm fixated, like I could get that. And that's like my goal is to get that in there. And obviously
and at a better price.
Yeah. Obviously my ASM 3 is on my list. But that one I've kind of put off until next year.
Yeah, if you get it, it's over. The chase is over.
Yeah. And then I probably will add the Amazing Spider-Man annual number 1 to the list.
Are you going to sell all your comics and get the AF-15 anytime soon?
No, I would sell off more of my comics to pick up Startling Comics 49 first before I picked up the AF-15.
Look at that banger.
Yeah.
AF-15 is on my. It's like probably number 5 or number 6 on my list.
I just knowing what that book sells for. I'm not. It's you know what I'm now to the point where I don't have a problem for the right book spending 4 figures. I'm not sure if I'm ready to go to that point where I have to go to 5 figures to buy a book. So
Transformers 5.
You got to come play with the big boys, Rob.
Blue Beetles, no, 1 through 60. Well, I got a couple copies if you want. Mid-grade.
Goodness there.
I'll sell you.
What's up, Nick?
Oh no, Transformers 5 is that Shockwave cover.
That's why I said the Shockwave cover. I don't know why I assumed DVH.
There's girl number 1. Nice.
Can I go next? Mine's pretty simple.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm trying to finish my Power Pack run.
Nice.
And also, there's this book from Malibu Comics called The Ferret.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't want to buy it off eBay. I'm trying to make that as a fun find.
Message pops.
I have 1 and 2 right now. I just gotta find Ferret number 3 and go on from there.
Shout out to the Ferret.
The Ferret is wild, dude. Homie dies in almost every issue.
Wow.
Malibu was pretty cool. That was the one that
had Dr. Von Hoot.
Malibu was the one that had Rune and Prime.
Yeah.
The Ultraverse.
Yeah, so funny is Dr. Von Hoot says Batman 181 in his list. It's like I keep in my back of my mind. I always think maybe I should upgrade mine at some point.
What's that? First Poison Ivy?
Yeah, I picked up my Batman 181 for $50.
Did you look inside of it when you bought it?
Oh no! Well, I knew it didn't have the centerfold. It had a detached cover. The cover has some serious issues. It was why it was $50. It was the guy selling it had a Post-it on the front of the book that said what was wrong with these things were wrong with the book. He was like, "Look, I know it's $50 and I bought it because for $50 it was still worth." There was enough of the cover. There was enough of the cover. The center of the cover was still there. It's missing some chunks of the corner and stuff. And it's all other than the centerfold. It's everything else is there. It's worth $200, $300 because that book is just worth so much. At least it was at the time. For $50, it was worth it. Now I crossed off my list, but at some point I'm going to upgrade it to. But I'll probably still keep my 0.5 copy just because it's like that's my big story find. I got a Batman 181 for $50.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Ben.
I want to buy New York Comic. Well, maybe not New York Comic Con. I definitely want to pick up the last Hulks that I need 3, 4, and 5 for the OG run.
Yeah.
I've been looking at them and I'm trying not to pull the trigger.
Right.
You're looking at the grades for those too, right?
Yeah, so I'm looking for a 3.0 in all of those.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to sit there. You start thinking about it. You're like, "Ooh, I want this. But don't pull the trigger. Don't overpay. Wait for the deal to come to you. Don't get caught up."
I've been looking at too, yesterday, Journey into Mystery number 62.
Hey, Phil. Roscoe, yes, to answer your question, Roscoe.
I did pick up actually the other night. I picked up 4 different ASM books that I already had that were all significant upgrades because the prices came down so much on some of these books that I was like, okay, I can go from my 3.5 to a 7.0 for only a couple $100, and then turn around and I'll take my lower grade copies and donate them all to Comics Curing Cancer, so we can we'll have some nice ASM sub 100 books to throw to the auction as well.
I did the same yesterday. So I picked up last year at New York Comic Con a New Mutants 87 and an 8.0. And then I bought off of IG yesterday from Jibs, New Mutants 87 and a 9.4 for less than what I paid for the 8.0.
Yeah, nice.
Ben, are you saying Marvel or Dark Horse?
Volume 1, he said.
Is that Marvel or Dark Horse?
That's Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask, do you guys think that we've bottomed out now?
With what?
No, be more specific, Dick.
We got to be close knit.
So I think that there's.
Hold on,
Also,
let Nick finish his thought. Yeah.
Is there a point where we signal the death knell for comic book?
So I don't think that there's a death knell of it, but I think you've hit some books in some categories have bottomed and are starting to kind of plateau or are on the rise. Others are continuing to come down. It's just what's of interest to people. I think there's a difference of a lot of the crazy spec stuff has died off. There's not as much free money out there right now, with interest rates as high as they are and everything else that's going on. But I've still seen in certain categories where books are coming down, and I still see in certain categories where books have started to go up.
Well, that's always going to be the case. But when you're looking at the market as a whole, I think what we've seen happen is the movie spec is done. That's done with like this massive push that happened for years of movies driving an excessive interest. The general public has lost that peak level of interest in the movies. It still
goes up, but not as ridiculous. Yeah,
those little humps here and there ain't what I'm referring to. It's like the general consensus of comics as a whole. Those people are gone. Those fair weather people that came and went. And I think you're looking at an actual like stable comic market now. This is what the actual comic market is, without that flux of non-comic people that were just coming in for the quick turnaround, flippy doodahs, and easy payouts, and also flippy doodahs and easy payouts, and also like we're not stuck in our houses anymore. A lot of people, that was a big thing for a while, but if you even go back before that, we're down from before that even.
You got to find the juice worthing the squeeze.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing Bronze Age. There's a lot of stuff in the Bronze Age that's actually started picking up. Some not ridiculous, but I mean, it's been on the rise. And of course, certain keys are
you might not never come down. No.
At the same time, some of the keys that were tied to movies and stuff is interesting because they are coming down to back to still. So like that's like when I picked up my Iron Man 55 and my Avengers 57. The price I was able to pick them up for was really, really good because those were tied to movies from where they were 2 years ago. They're really coming down from there. But if you look at them over where they were like 5 years ago, they're still up. So
how's Kamala Khan's first
correction. Oh, that one's cratered pretty well.
And that movie's about to come out.
But so did Ironheart.
That's my point, though. Like we're past it. It's over. Yeah. It's done. They any of the characters that really would have mattered for that.
Even Ultimate Fallout 4, the 9 unless you're in a 9.8, the 9.6s have come down pretty well
even
too.
The 9.8s have come down tremendously from a while. But what's happened is like the game came out, the movie came out, people saw it, and they're like, yeah, we didn't care as much as we thought we would care, and the people that came in to really move the needle and get in and out, they did. And people are learning. Like that was such a new phenomenon with having the MCU just sweep the nation with like this crazy fandom, and like anything, it trended up real heavy, then it come down and settled.
What's interesting though, I see like Punisher has been going back up again. The ASM 129, that book has really been on a rise lately. Batman Adventures 12 has been a book that I've been watching. It's been going up again. So there's
Punisher is just like that's like the Marvel effect. Because if you were like DJ can probably attest to this, because I know that he was
of course, Daredevil 1
like myself watching the Hulk for a long time before we picked his up. But you see, like people like wanted Spider-Man, they wanted Captain America, they wanted Iron Man, they wanted all these flashy characters first, and it drove the price up to where they were unaffordable, even in a low grade. And then when they were done with all of those characters, they moved over to Hulk. All those people that were just out there buying those mega Marvel keys, they went to Hulk last, and they didn't run that Hulk value up till 2 years ago. Way after everything else. And now that that's done,
they're all watching you and DJ, and they found out that Hulk was.
No, I'm saying now that he's ran up, who's
influencers.
Next? They moved over to Daredevil. Now
Captain Marvel. Let them run up Captain Marvel.
Now what are they doing?
Marvel. That's a book you could buy for next to nothing.
Slowly working their way through all of the characters. These are like the natural order of the market, are slowly working their way up through all the characters. can't afford him. What's the next biggest
Next
one I
one.
can afford?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
There's a. Go ahead, DJ.
No, I was gonna say I want to focus on being. I got the Hulks and I had mentioned the A15, but I think my focus is going to be more toward those since they came down, right? So I want to get an what do you Tales of Suspense 39. I want to get the Journey into Mystery 83, stuff like that.
I would say I know that some of those books, like outside of the original book, right? When you get to some of those early runs, I couldn't believe like when I started picking up some of these Captain America keys outside of like the first Silver Age Captain America. When you start getting to like the Captain America 107 and one of these, that I can pick up, 9.0s and 8.5s for $100 and something. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's crazy. These are 1960s books that I can pick, key issues that I can pick up for next to nothing. That's insane.
I'm about to buy some right now.
And it's just like the other one. It's like always is that that Marvel, Captain Marvel. He's always so damn cheap. It's ridiculous.
Because he's dead.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no forward. It's the only people that'll buy it are people that care for the character, and that's not.
And who cares, right?
Comic collecting isn't limited to caring for a character. A lot of people are in the hobby for different reasons.
What are you in the reason? What's your reason for being in the hobby?
Today's deal of the day on Shortbox though is a first appearance of the Prowler for $200.
Oh, I saw that.
Movie spec is also done because all
I already
the
upgraded my
already
copy,
appeared. Maybe Galactus, yeah. Pretty much Fantastic Four and Galactus, I think, is what is the.
Oh yeah,
the
48 has been going up again.
That's the last little piece of thread that everyone's hope is hanging on is Fantastic Four. I don't even know how many people are really banking on
What
X-Men.
about X-Men? I know a lot of people banking on X-Men.
That first issue of X-Men is already crazy.
Dazzler's on its way up. Like anything past 94 too.
Dazzler's going up because all the Swifties are buying it.
Yeah, shout out to the Swifties. Taylor Swift is the greatest artist of all time.
All time.
What is going on?
Hey, I guess Beyonce's video shouldn't have been #1 that year.
No, that was the greatest video, one of the greatest videos of all time. that was a fact. That was a fact.
Oh, hey, speaking of X-Men #1, I know where you can get an X-Men #1 and 2 for a great price.
Nick don't know how to point on these streams.
Listen,
to point at
you're above me. Kyle's to my left.
No, he's not.
No.
This is the way I see it on my screen.
You're pointing
screen is always the only screen that's wrong out of everyone on the panels.
Blame Ignacio.
Something that you said she doesn't should you like I do.
I was singing Anderson Paak earlier. DJ out here with the T Swift.
Yo, T Swift is a shit. I've been rocking T Swift in the whip nonstop.
Deadpool 3.
I'm feeling 22.
Who is Taylor Swift? Sounds like Jesse Quick. It's Jesse Quick's cousin. When it goes third appearance will always hold value. Yeah, in fact.
I forgot what fucking song it was. And I'm like, damn, this song is hot. Who sings this shit? And they were like, yo, Taylor Swift. I was like, what? A blank space. That was like blank space. Yeah, I was just like, yo, what the hell? Yeah, Mark turned me into a Swiftie.
I like Taylor Swift. Not any, just casually though. I get burned out real fast because we listen to like WBBQ at my job because it's just like generic
WBBQ? Really? Barbecue
music.
radio?
Yeah. And
sounds of grill sizzling.
Dude, that's
every hour. There's at least 6 songs that every hour those 6 songs will play with different songs.
It's called heavy rotation.
Yeah, we'll get out of the car to a song and get back into the car like half hour later.
Here's a peek behind the curtain on how radio works, guys.
Nice to meet you.
There's heavy rotation, medium rotation, and light rotation. The program director will select certain songs that that identify and they feel are their core songs that I help identify their station theme. And those songs go into heavy rotation and they get played at a very high frequency, medium a little bit less, and light a little bit less. And then that's how radio works. That's why you always hear the same songs over and over again. And what sucks about being a radio DJ is that every single time that song comes on, it's got to be the greatest song you've ever heard. Hey, there's those guys again playing that song that you all love. Yeah.
He's even got the voice now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate radio.
I thought I loved it until I did it, and then I realized how lame it was, and that's why I got out.
Yeah, it's just like everything in the world. When it goes commercial, it's just like, oh god. So like back in I got real big into late '80s, early '90s, and when they had the underground radio stations and recording stuff on cassette, like waiting for like these artists to go up and freestyle, like Stretch and Babito and stuff, and just recording it. Like those were the days, man. And waiting for a song to come on just so that you could record it.
Radio
But
stations pay the artists. That's how. There's always been a certain element of
payola.
Well, no. Payola was the record labels would pay the radio station
To
to
the
play your
tunes.
labels, but in radio there is an element where every so often what you have to track what you're playing, the artist and everything else, and then that's used in order to create this compensation pool that then goes out to the writers, people who write songwriters and everything else. They get compensated for the songs being played over the radio for free, type thing. So there is an element of that that's true. Yeah.
There was a pretty good documentary too about that show. DJ, you see that one?
The Stretch and Babito. Yeah, man, that was the shit back then. Like they broke so many like New York rappers that would just go up there and just rhyme for like ever. And it was like the first radio station where it was uncensored, like you could curse and all kinds of stuff.
The fuck?
So it's gonna be forever. Oh, it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over. If the high was worth the pain.
Okay,
How many Taylor Swift songs do you just have like up there?
And I'll write your name. No, this one I actually looked up the lyrics, but I can sing along to it if it's playing. That's one of those things. Like I'll know songs if they play, but like right now, if you were to tell me, hey, sing this, I don't know. Like being a DJ, like you know so many fucking songs, and it's more than just like, yeah, and you have to learn the words because like, so for instance, for this, right? Like I remember I would play this, and the BPM is the same as the intro to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So right when she says, and I'll write your name in West Philadelphia, born and raised, and it's like the entire intro leading up to that. So then you have to learn the lyrics in order to cut it off because you don't want to cut it off like mid sentence.
Yeah. Scott, yeah, I mean, college radio, you do for me, like I was the chief announcer and I had my regular show, but then you'd still get stuck filling in for people. And that was always the fun part was when I had to fit, we had a lot of different formats. So sometimes I had to do blues radio, but the worst was the time I had to fill in for the Spanish radio segment on our stuff. And that's where I got you're listening, KSJS 95.FM, Radio Aslan, escucha.
Tú estás en la mezcla con Rob Fatstacks o Comics.
It's always stuck in my head now. It's always been able to say that KSJS 95.FM.
We need a CBC award category for best laugh. Kyle definitely will get my nomination, as well as Lee from Whack Comics. Top 2 laughs in the business today.
Over Roscoe? You don't even get Roscoe a mention?
Roscoe has a decent laugh.
And Roscoe.
Roscoe's laugh is so wholesome.
Especially when you touch his
belly. The Seth Rogen, yeah.
He's like the Pillsbury Doughboy and you touch his belly. He goes,
No, but when he says it, he's like,
all right.
Oh my liquor, come on! What I'm supposed to do?
Hey, Mark, if you're in earshot, I have to run back to. I have to run off to Romania, so you're gonna have to come back to take control. It's not that the things that go off the rails while I'm away, but
stay away from Andrew Tate while you're out there.
Yeah, no, go play with the witches and the vampires in Romania. That's what we do. This is 2011. You listen to radio. What are you talking about? Radio? Every time I get in a car, I listen to the radio. But I'm an old man, so I'm listening to the news radio.
Oh, wow. Like as soon as I go in, it's the phone automatically connects to the car.
Yeah, no, I don't. There's no good radio stations around here, really, in my opinion. So I tend to just listen to the news. But I'm only going into work for like. I drive in my car like once a week, and it's like a 7-minute drive into work. So there's no point putting on any music or anything else. So. Or paying for satellite radio or any other stuff. But all right, I'm going to Romania. Love you all. Happy birthday, Mark. If I'm done early, I'll get back.
Catch you on the
I'm probably going to open this and head out here in a few minutes.
You bastard.
Catch you on the flippity flop.
You bastard.
I've been rocking lately, and this is so weird. A lot of like folk rock music, like Simon and Garfunkel, Joni Mitchell, shit like that.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm like all that Vietnam type stuff. The Birds, do everything turn, like all of that. It's new to me, so I'm like, yo, this shit is fire.
There's that. Oh, dude, I actually have some suggestions for you then.
Shoot.
I have to look them up. I don't have like that kind of. I don't have that kind of music on the brain all the time.
You don't?
No. Dude, I was listening to Jesus of Suburbia from Green Day the other day.
Riders on the
That's
storm.
I just called Jesus of Suburbia Kyle.
That's true.
interesting.
Thanks, Burke. Burke with the compliment on my unlicensed T-shirt. Thank you, Burke.
The first time he's complimented something that wasn't a penis joke in a while.
No, Steve Berkland is completely different from Burke
Oh
Family
yeah,
54
yeah.
Comics.
Stephen with the sleeves, as I like to call him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
completely unrelated.
button up Steve. The other guy,
Burt Nasty.
yeah, Burke Nasty, not a fan. But Steve Berkland's my guy.
Yes, Stephen with the sleeves. He's a good dude. Really good dude. Let's open
He's
his
like
birthday box.
he's like Becky with the good hair. Stephen with the good sleeves.
Can I just say, I'm wondering if the green ribbon has anything to do with what's inside.
Oh, not at all. This ribbon was actually on a gift from last night. I just took it off of it, slapped it on here.
Nice.
What's that? Tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree.
Oak tree.
There's been 3
wow, this is
long
packaged
years.
really nice. This package is really nice.
So long, Marianne.
Kind of hoping it was a
something
toy.
that hit my radar
me
probably about 2 years ago now. Yeah, definitely about 2 years ago. And I'm like, man, I want that. And I checked it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty affordable. And I decided just to wait.
I'm sorry, yo, Evil Mike. Today in the news, a Florida man. That shit is just hilarious. I'm sorry.
That's dope.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? See, I'm trying to do like a Zack Snyder thing, and while he's opening it. And...
Hey, Tyler's here.
What's
What's up?
Are we opening the box?
I just opened it. It's perfect that you're here.
Tiller from St. Tate Farm.
Take a look inside.
You didn't just open it.
Yeah,
He hasn't. He opened it. He hasn't showed us yet, though.
Oh,
it's
okay.
perfect that Tyler's here because he was here for when you first hit my radar. Back about 2 years ago, we didn't even know how to talk about this because of the weird release of it. But this is issue 1 of Jupiter's Legacy. It's the Brian Hitch cover.
It's issue 1.
That's what you bought for your birthday?
Yeah, I got it for $18.
Wow.
That's how you do a birthday present where it does not financially ruin you. My job is to work less, not more.
I thought that was the whole point, is to be financially ruined on your birthday.
Yeah,
No.
I'm
Yeah, and then you spend the whole year getting yourself back to where it's good, and then you wreck yourself again.
Boom!
This is fucking. This is Geraldo opened up Al Capone's vault right now.
Yeah.
Is Justin underwater?
I think he is. But yeah, look at that. Super cool cover. And with big
Wait, Rob's gone now. I can unplug my headphones.
With big game coming back out, like it just had me think. I'm like, let me go back and look at Jupiter's Legacy again. I found it for $18. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna grab me one of those now. I've waited long enough.
Hey DJ, do you know as an 11-year-old kid how glued to Channel 11 I was when he went to that vault?
Yo, I remember that shit in prime time. Yo, there's certain things that you remember as a kid, and it was like that the '86 World Series, and
that's it. Fuck.
Yeah,
Deadpool's coming down.
What?
Utopian's going up.
That's crazy.
Man,
That's
that is the
crazy.
biggest downgrade of all time right there.
Geraldo of comics.
Jesus.
Yeah, we should do that. We should just like take that all our good stuff and put up
$18 slabs.
That's what we
No,
should do in the mix tonight. Show our worst slabs.
Now, what's fun? That's
You
not
want
my
to? We
worst
could do that.
slab. That's actually a really good cover too. But what's crazy is like
that's a
love
fire
that
cover.
show. I absolutely loved that show, and they're all like short-lived stories, the Mark Millar stuff. But with Big Game having just come back out and just diving through the Millerverse stuff, I'm like, dude, I want to go back and grab that slab. I really like the show, and I've started reading the book. I've read all of Jupiter's Circle already, which is like the prequel when the old heads were young, and I started reading Jupiter's Legacy, and it's really different than the show. It's very different. Some of the stuff that they've adapted, like Kick-Ass, is like spot on almost, with just minor changes. But stuff like Wanted, massively different. Jupiter's Legacy is kind of in the middle, like very similar, but yeah.
Scott, you should be happy.
Jupiter's Legacy. Everyone thought I was going to ruin my life by buying something I couldn't afford because it's my birthday.
I was expecting like one of the whole keys.
I was expecting literally anything better.
Yeah,
like
I would have taken a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Jupiter's Legacy is exactly what I expected.
That Jupiter's Legacy slab is the Tyler of In the Mix.
And especially not the Frank.
Justin, you got to turn your volume down. It's echoing so bad.
God damn it.
The audio expert at it again.
He's only good with
That
silent
works.
letters.
We can sign language to Justin.
Short list. First John Stewart, Guy Gardner.
You got the first John.
Mark, it didn't turn into a flex. Just buy what you want.
Saying like, so I don't need one of those.
No, Mark, it doesn't have to. Mark, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be this way.
Mark is offended.
No, but you know what? Too, if you think about it, it's right on point because the last 3 books he's been obsessed with: Turok 1, Death
Turok's
Blow,
better for
Death
sure.
Blow 1,
Death Blow,
and now this one.
Death Blow. We were like, why the fuck is this guy getting 1 million death blows? And then we're like, oh, we're dumb.
It was a good idea.
That was a fantastic idea.
What was the idea?
So yeah, we put out our Illuminati exclusive with there's still some available. So if you want one, reach out to Nick, Tyler, Remy, or any of us to get your paws on one of those. Wow. So we each put our own spin on our portion, and Mark included a copy of Deathblow, which the comic is homaging with every purchase, which is actually is a fantastic.
Mine came with the Nikki 5 9.5 remark.
Wow, he drew a stubby finger as well.
That's Nick. That cover is freaking fire. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday I got a little emotional. So for those that don't know, I think we spoke about it on In the Mix. The initial shipment of the Salve cover, a lot of them came damaged, so they had to replace them. Yesterday, I threw out all the damaged ones.
Oh,
I was just like, "Fuck, man!"
You should have gave them to Remy.
It must hurt to throw out damaged comics. Imagine being a comic shop and doing that like every 3rd day of the week.
Yeah, and ripping covers off the books and
taking
and sending the covers back,
and then losing money because everyone wanted those, and the next week you get a new shipment and no one wants them anymore.
Yeah.
Or you missed the deadline and you just ripped up all your inventory.
Yeah. So I threw out all those copies, man. I was sad.
It's not that big of a deal.
No, it's a huge deal. It's the biggest deal, the biggest of deals.
Well, did you recycle them or did you throw them in the normal trash?
Oh, you trying to get me pinched?
They don't recycle in New York, I don't think.
Jesus Christ.
You already incriminated yourself with a Grand Theft Auto. You're worried about recycling charges?
Trust me, people don't care over here. I could be like, hey, I just murdered 8 people. They're gonna be like, oh shit, he put the bottles in the regular garbage. Get him. No, but that's what I'm saying. You can't lie about that because it's like the environment, and it's like all the hippies are gonna come and be like, oh my god, the hipsters. I mean,
environmentalists staged
crazy
protests on that highway outside of Burning Man. They just blocked the 2-lane road and they didn't think about it, but they were on a Native American territory.
Oh no.
And so when the territory PD showed up, they showed up like blazing, like, get the hell off our land. They literally took their cruiser and drove through their barricade with people chained to it. Like, it was hilarious. He just gets out of his car and they're all screaming, "We're peaceful!" And he just pulls a gun on him. Get on the fucking ground. And he just arrests them all. Like, it was amazing. It was so funny. It was hilarious. I've never seen something so funny.
Never mind. I'm gonna change the topic. I wish that there was more stakes when it comes to like superheroes and media. Like I was watching Ahsoka and like
I thought you were gonna say for idiot protesters.
No.
I know.
I just mean for comics. Like there's no stakes anymore.
Kyle, how
many
how many protests have you been a part of, sir?
3.
You did like a handcuff myself to the radiator type of guy.
I'm all for a good protest. These people were blocking people from seeing Burning Man to save the environment. It didn't make sense.
Yes,
there's like 7 of them.
That was my. I said idiot protest.
Yeah, it wasn't like a successful protest or a well organized one. These are just, I don't know what they were trying to do.
I was
you mean like doing Naruto runs in front of Area 51.
Yeah, exactly.
They should have went and just protested in silence. That works all the time.
I can't say what I was gonna say.
No, now you have to.
Not with a straight face. Not with a straight face.
You're an actor. You could do it. You could pull it off. There you go.
I was at the protest in DC to storm the Capitol.
Wearing horns and a fur loincloth.
He bought them off Charlie and D.
Yeah, motherfucker's laughing. He's 100% serious.
There was a dude that got arrested. They freaking tracked him back to his house, and it was like right across the street from where we were working. Freaking cops showed up and arrested a dude. It was nuts. For being at the Capitol. Yeah.
How dare they? How dare those police officers?
Such a wild time, dude. Living in America is nuts.
But you're in California, right?
Yeah.
So not really America. Like,
what would you call us?
Bert, how did you go about teaching your students the difference between protests and riots? I want to know exactly your lesson plan.
Protests and riots.
I can only imagine what Burke would have.
You remember? Actually, no. There's this big party called Deltopia in Santa Barbara. There's a huge riot there.
Exactly.
So actually, Steve, I guess I've been part of more riots than protests.
Yes.
Because that was definitely a riot.
I mean, I prefer a good riot over a protest. That's like saying I prefer an action movie over a fucking like talky lame ass.
Well, I think like riots come with more souvenirs, right?
Yeah,
tear gas and
TVs. And
it's like you want to see Terminator 2? You want to see Terminator 2, or you want to see Oppenheimer? It's like,
I gotta be honest, how surreal they are though. Like it gets very, very serious very fast.
Where'd all these bricks come from?
There was cars that were on fire in the street, and like there was this dude. He was just laying up against a wall, and he was just bleeding profusely from his head, and like people were ignoring him because it was so chaotic. There was no time for him. It was nuts.
Nice.
It's not nice. It's freaking scary.
His nuts were bleeding?
I can't even close this. No, his head was bleeding.
While he was leaned up to the wall.
Yeah, it was very surreal. It was very surreal.
Thank you. You go grab that. You go grab
Riots are destroying property. Well, it depends on who's destroying them.
Yeah.
I think. And what hashtag they're saying too.
Grab the pitchforks.
It's tiki torches now. The
Yeah,
pitchforks.
you-
That's old news. Pitchforks.
Yeah, that was back in like Frankenstein's day. They actually use tiki torches that have like the citronella in them, so that while you're
it has to be
peacefully riding, you don't get stung
responsibly
by
sourced citronella also.
Yeah, responsibly sourced. That way, when you're peacefully riding, you don't get mosquito.
You don't
bites.
want to. Yeah, you don't want to hurt the bugs.
I think for the next peaceful riot, they're telling everybody to bring LED torches.
Okay.
Or they're just gonna go.
Exactly, Steve. They keep the bugs away.
Yeah, get those bugs out of here.
Selfie sticks. Now selfie sticks in your camera light.
Tyler, now that
Josh in the building. What is up, brother?
Tyler, now that tiki torches are out of style, what are you gonna do with all your stock?
Of tiki torches?
I'm eating granola out of my hand.
Like, what am I gonna do with all mine?
It's like my neighborhood's not going to be as fun anymore.
Hey, some neighborhoods just never die out, you know.
I mean, there's nothing like a nice peaceful riot.
Speaking of which, Mark, when are you doing the 3K celebration?
I mentioned it earlier. I've got the Legion loot giveaway Sunday, so I was gonna wait till I get past that to start like doing the next thing. So I'll figure it out after that. Y'all want to see what's in the Legion loot?
Hell yeah!
Let's look at what's in the Legion loot.
That Jupiter's Legacy.
No, hell no, I'm not coming up off that.
He wants people to unsubscribe. So
that's definitely a me
Mrs.
thing.
Robinson. Yo, hold up. You the Legion loot, and you just pulled up a short box of stuff.
Pull up that.
Jesus Christmas.
Well, no, I mean some of it's banger stuff, some of it's other stuff.
It's
So we
all
got
bangers. It's all bangers.
The Fantastic Four #7 signed by Rob Liefeld and chiseled
Oh,
by
nice,
Rob
yeah.
Liefeld, and that's Blacklight ink. I got that straight from
Banger.
him myself. We got the Void Rivals #1 because I got plenty of them, and it's a great little first issue into the Energon universe. It's really hype right now. It also
Banger.
features the first appearance of Jetfire, but in the Energon universe, so we're throwing in a first appearance of Jetfire.
I had to pay $200 for that chisel signature.
I did not.
I'm planning on getting it for free out of this Legion loot.
And then we just got a cool cover for Steelworks #1
That's dope.
and some foily goodness Flash,
Gross.
foily goodness ASM 300,
Gross.
and with the passing of John Romita Sr., wanted to throw some iconic work from him in there. So we got
cool.
both of those Spider-Man wedding covers.
Yo, that cover was on the back of so many books for
Comic
like
book
so long. Yeah.
Remy
You wanna
actually
know
hates
on the
John
front
Romita
of this
Sr.
next book, because of the Blue Beetle movie, there's the first appearance of OMAC.
That was,
the
I
first-
think, that first appearance of OMAC was in the first Box Heroes mystery box I ever opened, which was the third box on the channel. And I
Was that-
sent it in to CGC, came back at
9.8.
9.8. Yeah, crazy.
For
For
Then
that
we
white
have
cover.
the first appearance of Blue Beetle, not to
Okay,
be
yeah.
confused with the first appearance of Jaime Reyes, because he has like a 2-key first appearance in issue 3 and 5.
Yeah.
But a lot
What
of people
about
haven't-
1, 2, and 4?
What about 1, 2, and 4? Do you just want to neglect numbers 6 and 7? I guess. Okay, so we'll throw those in there since Kyle wanted. The complete
Why
one-
is 6 afraid of 7?
Oh, I'm not answering that one.
Why is
7,
that,
8, 9.
DJ? Can you tell
Ew,
us?
gross.
Because 7, 8, 9. Jesus.
The 1 in 100 for Action Comics 1050 BTC did the foil version of the Jim Lee cover, so we got that in there.
Holy shit.
They just, I think it was like Eastside Comics and 3 other shops were announcing John Jang's first homage cover with Spider-Man 1 coming, which was absolute bullshit. They need to check their sources before they post shit. Because here's John Jang's homage for Wakanda Forever, the Marvel Voices. Gorgeous cover there.
I was just waiting for you to say Wakanda Forgettable.
Me too.
Well, that's not the name of it. That's the movie. This is the comic. Deadpool #4 Miko exclusive. We had the Turtles movie drop recently, so we still got some Turtles goodness in here with TMNT Turtles crossover. And this, I don't know what book this is for, but it's a gorgeous cover. This.
It's Venom Lethal Protector #1, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Miko goodness. And then legal burning pieces. We've got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Turtle. It's actually a cover that I believe he did for Ruben, right?
Yes.
I didn't know
And then
that.
we got Big Hero 6 in there.
That's
And then
cool.
from 1981, 22-year-old slab for Batman, issue number 341 and a 9.4. Jim Aparo art on the cover.
Wait,
there.
that slab is 22 years old?
This is from 1981. It's 42 years old.
I'm gonna join just so I can get the chance to win that because I'd love to open that.
Yeah, it would be awesome if you did.
What is it? What does it cost to join?
Just hit that join button.
Your soul.
I think it's $5 a month, something like
Yeah,
that.
five
What
bucks.
and if I join now, am I still able to be part of?
As long as you join by Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a fire Legion loot box.
No,
Super fire.
That's not stuff for me. That's the channel member stuff. This is all I got for my birthday. Let me show you this banger right here. The Brian Hitt cover for Jupiter's Legacy #1. Yeah, I'm saving all my big spending money for Heroes Con.
I'm not allowed to show what I bought for my birthday.
Yeah, no dildos on the stream, please.
Unless they're purple.
What does that have to do with it?
Oh, from Grand Theft Auto. There was like a
purple pod.
Yet another call. Yet another callback.
You remember Grand Theft Auto? The you could legit get a purple one of those things and walk around and beat people up with them. Still waiting on my bag from DJ Links. What bag? What are you talking about?
Hey, did anybody read the Last Days of Lex Luthor that just dropped last month? Issue.
Oh, the bag of dicks.
Brian hit
What an interesting memory to recall.
He's got enough bags of dicks. You don't need to send him more.
There's 5 dildos on the stream.
Come on, Chaos and Comics. Yeah, my bad, Burke. I legit thought I didn't send something out.
The love sack baby, actually.
The love sack. Yeah, I got this love sack. It's super comfortable. I love sitting on it. See, you can't describe that sofa to people.
Mm-mm.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Pop's got me some cool stuff for the birthday as well. It's all the way over there, though.
Let's see it.
I'm not getting up.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed the Last Days of Lex Luthor. Yeah, I thought it was awesome. It felt like the All-Star Superman, but Lex's version of it. Mark Waid did a great job with that first issue. And Brian Hitch's art is definitely like, I don't want to call it hit or miss. I really do enjoy his art, but sometimes there's a panel like you're like there's a page spread and you're like, whoa, and then you'll look at it like, why is his head so tiny?
Pops is a straight up G.
Yeah, he pulled a gangster move for sure.
Straight up G, iced out like hockey.
Hey,
Rock City, what's up? Better be an in-demand dildo. Oh, the Doomsday one shot was awesome. I had a blast with that. It just came out.
That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. We got a brand new Bloodwind. They're turning him into a legacy character, so it's the dawning of the next Bloodwind.
That sounded expensive.
That Puppeteer Lee, that's the cover that I got. That cover was phenomenal.
I got the A cover. The Puppeteer Lee was definitely the best cover out of them.
Yeah, it was the C.
We're about to hit 3 hours. I'm about to call it and go.
Go to Golden Frau.
Yeah, all this dildo talk. We got to get out of here.
I was just starting to get in on the conversation.
Like Cliff said, Hitch's art is really great. I find his work carries depending on his art team. Sometimes it's not so hot when he's the entire art team. That's kind of like JRJR. You put the right colorist on with JRJR, and they just work well off each other. That Superman Year One stuff that they did with Black Label with JRJR was insane.
His Spider-Man, his A covers for this current run, they're like they're all boring, man. I'm sorry.
He's got to be with Scott Hanna. Those two are peas in a pod.
Okay, I said cool. I was leaving anyways. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody hopping on. Hope y'all all have a great day. Be sure to tune into In the Mix tonight at 9 o'clock. It's the only show on YouTube at 9 o'clock worth watching. And I'll see you all Sunday for At Week's End, the live look back at this week's in comics and more. Until next time.
Nice pants, Kyle.
Nice pants, Kyle.
They're Star Wars.